afternoon, everyone. I am Teacher Kay.
And I'm Teacher Ryan.
Welcome to the Basic Education Department's Parent Orientation for School Year 2023-2024. To start our program, may I invite everyone to stand for the opening prayer to be led by the preschool advisor, Mrs. Maria Jocelyn P. Montilla. This will be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and Muntinlupa March through our SBCA legendary Spirit Drum and Bell Corps. May we call on Teacher Josie.
Okay, let us put our head into the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Almighty God, we thank you for today. We thank you for the gift of time and cooperation as you have brought us together this day to celebrate a new academic year and to welcome all our new and continuing students. Lord, we ask you to bless each of our students with a sense of calmness and enthusiasm as they enter their new grade level. Enrich them with your grace of love, safety, and commitment to learning. Father, allow this time to engage our dear parents and guardians as we inform them of the different areas, guidelines, and provision that are crucial to the learning of our dear Bernadettians. We ask that you guide us today in our discussion and undertaking, so we all be on the same page as we enter into school year 2023-2024. Guide us, teachers, parents, and administrators to communicate effectively, work hand in hand, and become a family that can depend on one another, so we may fulfill our active commitment to our children's education. This we humbly ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Bernadette, humble thy spirit, now and always. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, you may now take your seats. First of all, we would like to acknowledge the presence of all our attending administrators, faculty, parents, and guardian, as well as our students present here today. Give her a round of applause, please.
Malugod namin kayong tinatanggap sa ating munting palatuntunan. And to welcome us all in her greetings and share the SBCA philosophy, vision, and mission and learning continuity plan highlights, we give you our basic education principal, Mrs. Maria Ramona C. Gonzalez. A round of applause, please.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much, Teacher Karine and Teacher Ryan. Kumusta po kayong lahat? Mainit, pero mas hinigitan nyo pa ang init ng inyong pagpapaunlak sa aming imbitasyon para sa ating Parent Orientation Program. Gaya po nga na nasabi ng ating guro sa palatuntunan kanina, mainit po at buong, how do you say that? Stretched out arms, no? Both arms stretched out na welcome sa inyong lahat. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, si Mrs. Maria Ramona Cosay Gonzalez, punong guro po ng Basic Education Department. Integrated po tayo, mga magulang, mga guardians at mga panauhin. Integrated dahil po ang ating sakop ay mula preschool hanggang grade 11 and 12. On behalf of everyone us here in St. Bernadette College of Alabang, I would like to welcome each and every one of you na may kurot sa puso dahil lagi kaming hopeful na kayo ay kasama namin lalong-lalo na sa panahon na gusto na nating i-address ang learning loss. After 3 years po na nagkaroon tayo ng health emergency, alam po natin ang mga bata, nanawa, pati tayo mga magulang, tayo mga teachers, so kayo matatanda, nanawa sa online, sa module. Ngayon, ang challenge, both public and private po, may challenge ang DepEd. Tulungan natin sila. Here in St. Bernadette College of Alabang, hindi po yan iba sa amin. We know very well that our children, tatawagin na rin naming anak po namin ang inyong mga in-enroll dito. At I understand karamihan po sa inyo ay mga grade 11 entries, grade 11 enrollees. So we really understand na mahalaga po ang pag-attend ninyo today bilang pakikisabay sa kung ano ang magaganap sa pag-aaral ng inyong mga anak dito sa St. Bernadette. Kayo po dito sa St. Bernadette, mga ma'am, sir, ay aming partners. We always consider you as partners to the success of our learners. And we want you to know na hindi po namin kayang mag-isa yan. At tayo pong lahat ay magkakatulungan. Teach, patingin lang po ng aking slide na hinanda. Every year po, bilang punong guro, minamabuti ko na bigyan ng direksyon ang mga guro natin at pati ang mga bata. How excited we are sa ating mga plano, sa ating mga gagawin every school year. Sa taong pong ito, hayaan niyong banggitin ko po sa inyo ang ating theme for this year. Theme ng Basic Ed Department po. Tinawag ko po itong Developing Learners Through Commitment and Hard Work. Hard work po talaga. Pagpunta nga lang dito at pag-commute, hard work na po siya. Pero ang katotohanan po, kahit nag-hard work, pag nakikita natin may nangyayari sa ginagawa, may commitment tayong pinapakita. Alam niyo po, ibahagi ko lang po sa inyo, pansumandali lang po, ang sinabi sa atin ng mga marurunong sa UN. Ito po, maganda na pag tayo naghahanda para sa mga learners natin, mga magulang, mga guardians, taken natin itong sinabi ng UN, Siyempre, sangay nila ang UNICEF. Sabi nila, mga magulang, mga teachers, let us make our students aware na they also have that responsibility na paalam sa atin na sila ay dapat a-attend ng klase araw-araw at a-arrive, no? At dadating sa eskwela on time. Para saan po ito? Para paghanda na sila ay matuto. Siguraduhin din po natin na ang mga learners natin ay magko-complete ng kanilang mga homework at I'm sure naririnig nyo na lagi ang PT. No? Laging dinadahilan sa inyo ng mga PT, may PT ako, ang performance task. Ito pong mga bagay na ito ay mahalaga din para sa kanilang standard-based performance. Dapat he or she, no? Encourage niyo po ang mga bata na magbasa para po ma-develop ang kanilang literacy skills, no? Para hindi nahihiya. So they're ready for the world. And then let them also, encourage them na mag-share po sa inyo. Hayaan niyo po silang mag-share. No? Huwag yung iiwas pa sa inyo. Let them, no? Engage them to share with you their experiences in school. Kung may struggle, kung masaya, or whatever, let them communicate them with you. And to top it all, parents, no, please no. Let them know. Paalam niyo po, paramdam niyo po sa kanila na kayo po lahat, kayo pong mga magulang, mga gumagabay, ay naandyan lang for them to succeed. Paano po ba ang direksyon ng Saint Bernadette sa taong ito? Hayaan niyo muna pong bangiting sa inyo ang isang magandang balita. Sa amin po dito sa Saint Bernadette, we're very happy to inform all of you na significant ang nakuha naming recently accomplishment from the conclusive results of our certification audit by the Private Education Assistance Committee as mandated by the Department of Education. Ang Saint Bernadette College of Alabang po ay patuloy na nagiging ESC GATSPE Certified School. Ito po ay isang magandang bagay kasi nangangahulugan po nito, napapalawak pa po natin ang subsidiya na galing sa gobyerno para tayo ay nakaka-accommodate pa na mag-aaral para hindi po sumikip din ang public school. Alam niyo po, this came because of the superb teamwork ng ating mga administrators, lalong-lalo na ating Board of Trustees, at ang diligence ng ang aming staff at ang faculty, at alay din po namin ito sa inyo, mga magulang. Yes po, kahit po kayo ay mga bagong parents namin at marami rin po sa atin joining us today ay mga continuing parents din po. Alay namin po sa inyo kasi hindi po kami tumitigil hanggat hindi namin natutugunan yung requirement din ng national standard. It is hope na itong standard po namin ito will only be maintained dahil sa improvement ng ginagawa na tayo po ay solar powered. Ayan, going green na ang Saint Bernadette. Palakpakan naman po natin yan. Kaya po, sa ating mga grade 11 and 12, kahit paano meron tayong aircon at hindi na puputol ang pagkatuto kahit sa sobrang init. Ngayon nga lang po dito, hindi pa muna. Okay, ano muna tayo sa ventilador. Pero definitely po, ma'am, sir, ang ating mga classrooms ay air-conditioned. Papasalamat tayo sa ating sa ating school board. Yan. At syempre pa, constant partnership pa rin ninyo po. Taon-taon po nagbibigay kami ng mga surveys. Sana po, wag po kayong magdalawang isip sumagot ng mga surveys na ito kasi yan din po ang ginagamit nating paraan para ma-implement ang mga plano para sa school. Sa araw po na ito, hayaan po ninyo kami at ang mga kasamahan ko, mga guro at mga ibang administrador na ilahad sa inyo ang ating learning continuity plan at ang mga bagay-bagay na magmamatter sa mga anak po ninyo at sa mga mag-aaral na inyong in-enroll dito sa Saint Bernadette. So kaway nga po ang mga junior high parents and students. Kaway-kaway nga po, please. Ay, outnumbered. Konti lang ang junior high. O kaway-kaway din po ang senior high. Ayan, wow, good. So both grade 11 and 12. Sana po maging kaakibat ninyo ang ating orientation ngayon para malaman nyo at hindi kayo mahirapan along the way hanggang sa kayo ay graduate, hangad ng St. Bernadette, na makita namin kayong empowered Filipino citizen. Bakit? Para po makita ninyo ang ating plano, tingnan mo po muna natin itong ating LCP. Taon-taon po ang DepEd, parents and guardians, ay i-challenge sa public and private school, no, na i-frame ang ating learning continuity plan. I'm sure hindi na po yan bago sa inyo. So dito sa St. Bernadette, meron po tayo at ibibigay ko po sa inyo yung highlights para hindi po tayo masyadong magtagal. Ang pinaka-rational lang naman po nito, okay, kagaya po ng ibang plano ng school, shared responsibility. Yes, mandato po ng batas hanggang DepEd, pati ang pakikiugnayan natin sa ating LGUs. Yeah, kabilang niya, active coordinators tayo with barangay Alabang. Minsan pa nga, ang ating mga karatig barangay ay nakikitulong din sa atin. All the way down to our school level and our families, shared responsibility po ang pag-aaral ng inyong mga anak. Ito po ay hango, syempre po sa DepEd Order number 34, Series of 2022. Na kung saan narinig nyo na rin, may mga modalities na preferred ang DepEd. So alam na natin po yan, ano? Next. Ina-announce ko po sa inyong lahat na according to DepEd and UN, no, mas preferred pa rin nila po ang face-to-face. Ang dami pong pakinabang ng face-to-face. No, hindi na po natin, alam nyo po ang kaibahan pag puro online, okay, and hybrid. Kami po dito sa St. Bernadette, nag-hybrid po kami. And definitely maganda rin po ang reviews ng aming mga stakeholders sa aming modality. But in response to this challenge, this year po, ang ating modality ay hango din sa direksyon ng DepEd. Papaliwanag ko lang very quickly po, base po sa regional, nag-attend po ako recently ng regional orientation po for administrators ng NCR, no? Director for NCR sa DepEd po, no, Maine. Ito po ang pwedeng nating i-adapt sa private schools, no? Pwedeng 5 days in person, kagaya po ng ginagawa ng public. Pwede din pong blended. Itong blended, may mga options ka. And pwede din pong full distance learning. Sige nga po, mukhang saan po tayo magfo-fall? Very good. Hindi po tayo full face-to-face for 5 days a week. Tayo po ay makakategorize sa blended learning. Bakit po? I-announce ko lang po na dito sa St. Bernadette, K-12 integrated department, no? Tayo po ay mag-a-adapt ng blended learning na ang schedule po ng klase 4 days na face-to-face po. Every Friday po, except for first Friday, papaliwanag po nila mamaya bakit ganon. All other Fridays po, ito po ay asynchronous online lamang. Ito po ay base na rin po sa ating mga nakuhang responses sa mga magulang. As I've said earlier, pag nagpaplano po tayo, pinakikinggan po natin lahat. At napatunayan na mas gusto po ng mga magulang natin, ng mga bata din, no, na may pahinga. At laging nila sinasabi, kulang ang time for them to keep up with the submissions of the performance task. So, yan po ang ating gagawin. So, ang tanong niyo po, paano po nga ba ituturo? Paano po mangyayari ang pagtuturo at ang pagkatuto this year? Okay. So, klaro po sa ating LCP na sinasubmit sa DepEd, ito tayo nag-e-express na ma-implement natin yung physical conduct. Nandun na po tayo, 4 days nga lang. Kaya mapapansin nyo rin po yung ating mga time allotment, parang kagaya na po nung pre-pandemic. So, medyo mahaba-haba na. Okay? But definitely po, this is with utmost consideration dahil nga po sa mga nakuha nating responses ng ating stakeholders. So gusto pa rin nila may self-paced learning. So nabanggit ko na po ito, no? 4 na araw, junior high and senior high, full face-to-face, nandito tayo sa school. Pag Friday, except for first Friday, tayo ay asynchronous, independent learning online. So, suma total, teachers, parents, guests, ito po ang ating tatandaan. Ang pinaka-sentro lang po ng ating plano this year, we want to make sure that the plan works for all our students, especially now that patapos na po ang post-pandemic period, no? At dapat na-deliver pa rin ang learning. We want to make sure na kasama tayo ng pamahalaan, kasama tayo para tulungan ng ating mga kabataan para at least man lang kahit papano ma-address yung learning loss na naganap. This way, kahit sa lahat ng pagtutulungan natin, makikiisa din tayo sa DepEd in saying, ano po ang kanilang tema? Matatag, bansang makabata, batang makabansa. So, ano po ang direksyon nito? Hawak po ng St. Bernadette ang sarili niyang philosophy, vision, and mission. Sana sa inyong paglalakbay at pag-aaral, mga kabataan, sa St. Bernadette College of Alabang, tumimo sa inyong isipan na hindi lang tayo basta mag-aaral. We want to make sure that by the time you graduate, kayo ay globally competitive individuals inspired by the motto, humble thy spirit. Paano ito mangyayari? Panoorin po natin ito. Sana po kasama namin kayo maintindihan today sa lahat po na magpe-present, no, na ito ang aming inspirasyon at direksyon para sa inyong mga anak. Hayaan nyo rin pong wakasan ko ang aking bahagi sa araw na ito sa pagpapakilala sa inyo sa mga tutulong sa akin, no, at sa atin pong mga magulang. Ang mga papakilala ko po sa inyo, ang men and women that make up St. Bernadette College of Alabang. Starting off with our school board of trustees. Pinangungunahan po ng aming pinakamamahal na presidente, Dr. Felicita C. Rabonsa. We also have our Vice President for Finance, Mr. Antonio Rabonsa. I hope we also have in her presence our VP for Academic Affairs, Mrs. Maria Flordelisa Rabonsa de Guzman. This I'm sure, our VP, our Vice President for Administration is here, Mr. Romualdo Rabonsa. Sir, kaway-kaway naman po. Kaway-kaway lang po. Yes po. We also have our VP for Student Affairs, Mr. Rodolfo Rabonsa. Our Registrar and Assistant to the Vice President for Finance, Ms. Maria Rosario Rabonsa. And last but not the least, our other beloved Board of Trustees or members of the board, Mrs. Maria Cecilia Rabonsa and Dr. Corazon Rabonsa. Tutuloy na po ako sa pagpapakilala. Ang ating mga ibang administrator at non-teaching staff, kagaya po nina. Okay, ito. We have our Tibet and TESDA head, Ma'am Jeanette Cornejo. We have our Campus Management and Development head, Engineer Luis Vergel de Guzman. Sir, kaway-kaway naman po. We also have our school nurse, Ma'am Marites J. Rabonsa, RN. Ma'am, kaway-kaway po. We have our guidance counselor and coordinator, Ms. Annabel S. Pelayo. Kaway-kaway po, ma'am. We also have our librarian, Ma'am Ludivina Cambay. Our admissions and cashier officer, na-meet nyo na siguro sila na nag-enroll po kayo, si Ms. Andrea Pinarok. We also have our Human Resources Officer, Ms. Angeline Gregorio. Our staff at the registrar, ito, mga tumutulong sa forms at sa mga grades ninyo, Ms. Shika Bacanto at si Ms. Marites Rempis. Papakilala ko rin po sa inyo ang ating mga mababait na custodians. Pwede po ba natin silang tawagin para kaway-kaway, magpakilala man lang? We have Ate Luz Gonzales. Ayun, ayaw na nilang pumunta, nahiya. Pwede po, dito po kayo sandali para makita naman po nila kayo, sir, ma'am. Kuya Resty Biso. Dito na po, Ate Luz, hindi po, punta po kayo para malayo po kayo, dali po. Okay, and we have Kuya Bernard Balisacan. And we also have Kuya June Peñaranda. Pati closer look lang po para makita daw po nila kayo. Ayan po. So si Kuya Resty on IT, okay, si Ate Luz po sa ating security, Kuya Bernard and Kuya June, nakakatulong po sila sa ating mga pang-araw-araw na galawan dito sa eskwelahan. Kailangan nyo rin po silang ma-meet. Okay? At syempre pa, hindi po makukompleto ang orientation pag hindi po ko sa inyo pinakilala ang mga katatakutan, Katatakutan ba? Hindi. Napakababait po ng mga Bernadician teachers. Papakilala ko na po sa inyo ang faculty members ng Integrated Basic Education Department 2023-2024. Simulan po natin. Ay, ako pala. Ako pala yun. Ayan. Next po. Sa K-Prime Department, tatawagin ko po. Pwede po tayo dito sa stage, ma'am. Mrs. Maria Jocelyn P. Montilla, Preschool Advisor. Kasama po dyan ang pre-kinder and kinder. We also have Mrs. Dolora M. Raimundo, our teacher aide for preschool. We also have Miss Karine Divine Mansanade, Advisor of Grade 1 Love, and at the same time, our K-Prime team leader. Mr. Ryan P. Campos, Advisor of Grade 2 Courage. We also have Ms. Zarina C. Ecaro, Advisor of Grade 3 Faith. For our intermediate department, Mr. Kim Dominic M. Cervantes, Advisor of Grade 4 Compassion. We have Ms. Mylene G. Dayuday, Advisor of Grade 5 Loyalty. We also have Mrs. Nanita A. Baloyo, Advisor of Grade 6 Empathy, and at the same time, our intermediate team leader. For the junior high school, ayan meron ng audience. Kanina po this morning, we had our K26. O, ito na, may konting hakot na ba to? May konting hakot na? Okay. We have Miss Michelle C. Clasio, Advisor of Grade 7 Valor. We have Miss Sofia Erica P. Carillo, Advisor of Grade 8 Righteousness. Ayan, quiet lang siguro yung mga estudyante, ayaw ng pahalata. No? We have Miss Jeza Real D. Samiano, Advisor of Grade 9 Prudence, and at the same time, Junior High School Team Leader. Ayan po, ayaw na niyong umalis doon. Kaway-kaway, teacher. We also have Mr. Alfredo C. Esconia, Advisor of Grade 10 Diligence, and at the same time, our Student Activities Coordinator. Ito na yung maraming hakot, 11 and 12. Senior High School Department. We have Mr. Mike Ray Molina, Advisor of Grade 11 Happiness. Hindi ko muna babanggitin kung anong section yung YUMS, wag na para surprise. Para surprise, no? Ayan, manghuhula na lang sila kung saan sila. Pero normally po, isang strand sa isang section. May mga adjustments din paminsan-minsan po. We also have Miss Jaisel I. Marasigan, Advisor of Grade 11 Vigilance. Mr. Ronel C. Flores, Advisor of Grade 11 Obedience. We have Miss Renilyn May P. Baldo, Advisor of Grade 12 Reliability, and at the same time, Senior High School Team Leader. We also have our professor from the college department. Mga professor sa college, ha? Mr. Carlo Labrador, Advisor of Grade 12 Patients. Palakpakan naman po. Katulong din po namin ang maraming magagaling na faculty members who don't have advisory classes but then are actively pursuing their help with the department. Pakilala ko po sa inyo si Miss Annabel S. Pelayo. Meron po siyang values and guidance time, and at the same time, our guidance coordinator. We also have Miss Maria Teresa C. Dizon, our personality development teacher, and at the same time, our student formation officer. We also have Mr. Benedict T. Menor, our science and senior high school teacher, and at the same time, robotics trainer. Mr. Leonardo Lim, social science teacher, and Miss Marian Montilla. Last but not the least, hayaan niyo pong pakilala ko sa inyo ang ating Assistant Librarian and General Basic Ed Officer, Miss Mary Grace Victorio. So habang nandito po ang mga kasamahan ko, ladies and gentlemen, mga kaibigan, mga magulang, eto po kami, humble in spirit, but we won't promise anything, but we will do our best. Please know that the Integrated Basic Education Department of St. Bernadette, we are excited to continue learning with your kids at maraming salamat sa pagpili sa St. Bernadette College of Alabang. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Thank you, Ma'am Gonzales.
Let's give another round of applause to the backbone of our institution, our esteemed administrators, faculty, and staff.
Every year in St. Bernadette College of Alabang, we take the opportunity to orient our new and returning student as well as their parents and guardians with all the information significant to the school.
That is correct, Sir Ryan. At sa hapong ito, ang mga sumusunod na agenda ang ating ilalahad. health and safety,
school domain, email and data privacy,
core values and core competencies discipline policy,
blended learning and sample schedule,
grooming and dress code policy,
Google Classroom parent-school communication platforms,
grading, assessment, and award system.
and lastly, guidance services.
Sir Ryan, fully vaccinated ka na ba?
Siyempre naman, Teacher Karin, lahat ng teachers ng SBCA ay fully vaccinated. Palapakan po natin. Yan. Pero gaya nga ng sabi ng Department of Health at ng ating LGU, hindi pa po tapos ang ating laban sa COVID-19. At ngayon ay dahan-dahan tayong babalik sa klase. Kailangan pa rin nating mag-ingat.
At dahil dyan, dadako tayo sa isang napakahalagang paksa sa araw na ito. Ito ay ang ating health and safety protocols in school. This is our continuing commitment to guide our parents and guardians in raising awareness and proactive participation in infectious disease prevention.
Upang magbahagi ng impormasyon ukol dito, ikinararangal ko pong ipakilala sa inyo ang Chief School Nurse ng St. Bernadette College of Alabang, walang iba si Ginang Marites J. Rabonsa. Bigyan po natin siya ng masigabong palakpakan.
Hi, good afternoon po. Good afternoon. I'm Nurse Tess. I'm the Campus Health Officer. Sino po dito yung mga old or returning students? Isa lang? Konti. Pero the rest of you, lahat kayo puro bago, right? Okay. Before po ba sa old school ninyo, are you required to wear mask inside sa dating school? Talaga po. Until the end of school year, naka-mask po lahat talaga. Saan pong school yan? Bule. Lahat kayo taga Bule? Galing sa Bule? Yung iba po saan galing? Saan po? Akupang. So, naka-mask. Tagig. Oh, ang layo ni ma'am. Sige po. So, bali, so for this year, this school year po, this academic year, we're gonna be doing transitioning, from mandatory to voluntary. Kasi I don't know if you remember, before the end of last year, our president have signed, the EO or the executive order number 7, which is the voluntary wearing of mask. And just a few weeks ago, he also ended the COVID-19 pandemic emergency. I don't know if you're in the loop, kung nanonood po kayo ng news. So ano pong ibig sabihin nun? So it only means that COVID-19 is no longer considered as a universal threat. No? Hindi na po siya universal threat and hindi na rin po siya considered as a global crisis. So in translation, dito po sa atin, like I said, we will be transitioning to voluntary face mask. Hindi na po yun compulsory or hindi na po siya mandatory. Okay? Klaro po? Okay. So, but I know, I'm sure may question kayo, paano po yung unvaccinated or yung partially vaccinated? Lahat po ba ng mga bago are fully vaccinated na? Taas po ang kamay kung sino po ang fully vaccinated na ang anak. Oh, madami. Okay? Marami-rami. And sino po ang partially or unvaccinated po? Partially vaccinated and okay. Alright, so medyo may konti pa. So anyway, kasi last year I was doing the medical records, we had about 75% of fully vaccinated na estudyante. So for this year, I will be updating it again. So hihingi po ako ng konting time ninyo to fill out yun pong form na ipapauwi ko sa anak ninyo to know kung sino po ang fully vaccinated and partially vaccinated. But like what the World Health Organizations and the Center for Communicable Diseases have always been urging, the public to always be vigilant and careful po regarding pandemic. Kasi a lot of us are acting as if the pandemic is over. Hindi po. We still have pandemic and we still, the COVID-19 virus is still around. Okay? But we still have to be very careful. No? Ang significance po nitong mga litrato na to, these are the practice, nung ginagawa natin, yung minimum public health standards na pinapractice natin before, which is, katulad ni ma'am, naka-wear siya ng mask even though nasa crowded area siya. Okay? So we still have to be very careful po. We have to make sure that your child have to bring with them a disposable mask whenever they go to school. Kasi hindi po natin alam, baka maging crowded bigla or, it's better to have a spare, we'll call this, a mask with you, okay, pagpunta po sa school. Okay, although it's voluntary, but I suggest magdala lang po. Okay? And also, meron tayong, of course, I'm an advocate of hand washing. I've always tell the students, every time na magbe-break time sila, I always tell them, you have to wash your hands. By October po, that's gonna be our Global Hand Washing Day. I'm gonna be, giving out flyers again and show some videos about the importance of good hand washing. And I've discussed about the vaccinations and also immune system. Sino po dito yung may mga past medical history ang mga anak like asthma, high blood pressure, seizures, mga ganon. I highly recommend po that you let them wear mask as much as possible kasi baka meron po silang mga medications na tinitake that can actually suppress their immune system. So I highly recommend and suggest that they have to wear their mask coming to school. Okay? And next slide po, ma'am. And then also here at St. Bernadette, we have what we call stay-at-home policy. So, pag po ang anak ninyo, meron po isa sa mga symptoms na to or dalawa or combination, I suggest wag na pong papasukin. Okay? I don't know if you're listening, binanggit po ng ating principal kanina, si Mrs. Gonzalez, that our school is high-flex ready. So, ibig sabihin po, from face-to-face, the child can easily convert into a online modality. Wala po siyang mamimiss na klase or exams or quizzes. Okay? Malinaw po? Okay. So, and also, kung ang nasa handbook, wala pa kasi kayong handbook, but it's in the handbook na pag absent po ang bata, more than 2 days, they have to present a medical certificate. Now, I'm sure sasabihin ninyo, ang mahal magpunta sa doktor, 600 or 700 na, right? Actually, meron po tayong alternative method to see a doctor. Meron po tayong in-house physician. His name is Dr. Lito Manalang. It's just a few walks away. Kilala niyo po siya? Okay, so kilala ni ma'am. Okay, napakabait po nun, si Dr. Lito Manalang. And pumunta po kayo sa kanya, pag alam niyo na 2 days na siyang hindi nakakapasok ang anak, more than 2 days na, you can go to Dr. Lito Manalang. All you need to do is just DM me, you can email me, you don't have to go to school, I can give you a referral kasi kailangan po ng referral for you to get a free consultation para makita natin yung anak ninyo. Kasi may mga instances po, this one happened in the US, the child went to school after 2 days of rashes. Akala ng mother it's just, a simple allergic reaction. Yung pala ang bata had a measles. So nagkalat siya. So buong classroom had measles. So mabuti po, we need to have a clearance sa doctor. Malinaw po yon. So more than 2 days, I'm gonna be asking for a medical clearance. Strict po tayo doon. Okay? Lalo na ngayon, we're gonna be doing a voluntary wearing of mask. So, mas lalo po yun. Baka magkaroon tayo ng, outbreak ng something. Next slide po. Now, one benefit of being a Bernadettean, isa po ito, sa isa sa mga benefit, that your child, once you're a Bernadettean, your child is automatically enrolled in our insurance, which is under AXA Philippines, the Student Personal Accident Insurance. So, ibig sabihin po, ang anak ninyo, meron na po siyang insurance. Nagpa-enroll na po lahat? Naka-enroll na po? Okay. So that means ang anak po ninyo are automatically insured. Meron po siyang insurance. So ano po ba ang mga benefits nito? So it's pretty much self-explanatory. Meron tayong accidental death and disablement, medical reimbursement, accidental burial, daily in-hospital benefit up to 60 days due to accident, 100% motorcycle riding cover. I'm sure meron nito, they're probably asking, ano pa itong insurance na to? Wala po kayong babayaran. Kasama po ito sa tuition fee. Naka-built-in na po yan sa inyong miscellaneous. Okay? This insurance will basically cover kung ano po yung nandito, okay? This is, yung anak po ninyo will be covered for 365 days. So, ibig sabihin, let's say for instance, even nakabakasyon yung bata, let's say merong semestral break or Christmas break, ang bata po covered. Okay, let's say nagkaroon siya ng, let's say trip and fall, okay? He hurt his ankle, kailangan niya ng surgery, kailangan ng hospitalization. Ang bata po are eligible to file a claim. Ang kailangan lang po natin is to complete, ito po yung process, how to submit a claim. Kailangan nyo lang mag-provide ng official receipt from the hospital, and then secure a medical certificate, complete a claim form. Yung pong claim form, it's gonna come from the clinic. So actually, hindi nyo na rin kailangan pumunta dito. All you need to do is just message me. My email address, I'm gonna provide it later. It's clinic@sbca.edu.ph. You can complete that form, and then ako po ipapasa ko yan sa insurance company. And then the processing of the claim request will take about 2 weeks, and the claim payment will be sent directly to SBCA, and you as a claimant will be informed promptly para makuha po ninyo yung inyong reimbursement. Okay, malinaw po? Meron po ba silang question about the insurance? So like I said, yung mga anak po ninyo, lahat po yan may insurance for 365 days. So that's a good, benefit of being a Bernadette. Okay? Okay, so last po, ang school clinic po, ako po, nag-iisa lang ako sa clinic. You can actually drop by, you can see me, you can talk to me if you have any inquiries, if you have any questions, you can actually drop by. I'm open from 7 a.m. Till 4 p.m. school days. Even Saturday, minsan nandito ako. Doctor referral, I've mentioned that. Dr. Lito Manalang, his office is from 8 o'clock till 1 p.m. And that's my clinic, that's our clinic email, and that's the phone number. So tawagan nyo lang po ako, or DM ninyo ako, or email ninyo. You can do whatever you want. So, yun lang po. Thank you. Meron pa po ba question? Wala. Walang question? Wala po? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Nurse Tess. Let's remember that our actions today can impact the well-being of those around us. By embracing these health and safety measures, we're playing an active role in creating a safer environment for everyone.
I agree with you, Teacher Karine. Our school is not only committed to raising awareness to proactive participation in infectious disease prevention, but also in maintaining a secure digital environment for all of us.
That's true, Teacher Ryan. Our school has provided us with domain email accounts to facilitate efficient communication and information sharing. However, along with the convenience of technology comes the responsibility of safeguarding our personal and sensitive information. To guide us through this important matter is our Vice President for Administration. Please welcome Mr. Romualdo Rabonza.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo. In behalf of the Vice President for Administration, Mr. Romualdo Rabonza, magandang hapon po. I'm Sir Carlo, the Assistant to the Vice President for Administration. Allow me po to introduce to you na maikli lang po ang atin pong tinatawag na School SBCA email domain. Para po sa mga continuing students at saka sa parents, wala pong problema dahil aware na po sila sa email domain. Para po sa mga new students, ano po itong email domain ng eskwelahan? Ito po ay tinatawag po naming SPCA email domain. What is the rationale behind here? This will serve as your online ID. Sa eskwelahan po, meron po tayong school ID as part of our school uniform. Sa online po, meron din po tayong ID. Ang tawag po natin dito, email domain. Ang email domain po na ito ay gawa po ng eskwelahan para ikaw po ay makapasok sa tinatawag po nating Google Class Codes. Kailangan po na-activate nyo po itong email domain. Yan. Saan po kukunin ang email domain? ito po ay kino-coordinate ng class advisors sa atin pong IT department. So magbibigay po ang class advisors ng listahan po ng mga enrolled students at ito po ay ginagawa isa-isa po ng ating IT department. So ito po ay binabahagi at dinidisseminate during the first week of the opening of our classes. So what is the rationale behind? Bukod sa online ID ito, full control of all related activities. Wala pong makakapasok na hindi enrolled ng SBCA. Yan. Once po na naka-enroll, ang bata, automatic po, gagawa na po siya ng email domain. Again, hindi ka po makakapasok sa mga Google Class Code pag hindi mo po ito inactivate o kaya ang gagamitin mo ay ang personal email. So don't worry po, i-expand pa po yan ng mas maayos ng class advisor at tuturuan po ang mga bata on how to activate, on how to log in the SBCA email domain. Kung wari po sila po ay magkaroon ng problema, hindi po makapasok, may technical problem, don't worry po, ang class advisor din po ang makikipag-coordinate sa ating IT department para maayos po at tuloy-tuloy po ang opening of classes natin, specifically sa online Google Classroom. Yan. So wala pong makakapasok na ibang estudyante, kundi bona fide student lang po ng SBCA. So next. Dito din po sa ating SBC email domain, dito din po pinapadala ng mga registrar or ng mga admission officers po natin, mga teachers, yung iba't ibang mga klase ng mga formal announcement po. Kaya importante po na dapat inaalagaan po ng mga bata ang atin pong SBC email domain. So again, don't worry po sa mga parents, tuturuan po ang mga bata on how to log in properly the SBCA email domain. Okay. Sa SBCA email domain po, nakikita din po natin dito yung mga illegal activities. Kasi meron po tayong mga filters, gamit po ito kasi isang sistema po ito. Ang kumukontrol po dito ay IT department. Kung may mga illegal activities, profane words, napipilter din po ng ating IT department. Ang mga nilalagay po sa Google Classroom at saka po yung mga comments. So if you compare po the regular Gmail versus sa atin pong email domain, nakikita niyo po na medyo mas malaki po yung kanyang memories, no? 5 terabytes. Pero usually naman po, ang pagsisave po ng mga files ng mga bata, hindi mo naman po aabot yan sa mga ganyang pong kabigat po na memories, no? PowerPoint, mga Word lang naman po. So hindi po umaabot po yan. Pero just in case po, pwede po siyang gawing pag-save ng files. Napakalaki po. Okay, school domain. Okay, ito naman po, ipapadala lang naman po ito sa atin pong email para po aware din po kayo itong data privacy po natin. So, St. Bernadette College of Alabang, the privacy and security of personal data collected from you. Nung mga nag-enroll po ang ating mga bata, may pinilapan po silang mga form, nag-submit po sila ng mga grades, original birth certificate, ang kanilang mga TOR, good moral character, at iba't ibang klase po ng mga requirements, makakasigurado po kayo na ito ay aming aalagaan. Ito po ay under security ng atin pong Office of the Registrar. So, iilan tao lang naman po ang nangangalaga doon at may specific place po kami na talagang secure po ang mga documents. So, this is the data privacy policy about the collection of personal data, use of personal data, disclosure of personal data, security of personal data, and data privacy rights. Ito po ay ipapadala sa email address po ninyo para maging aware po kayo. Maraming salamat po ulit at welcome po school year 2023-2024. Maraming salamat po dahil ipinagkakatiwala po ninyo sa amin ang inyong mga anak. Magandang hapon po ulit.
Thank you, Sir Carlo Labrador, in behalf of Sir Romualdo Rabonsa. Our institution is dedicated to ensuring a safe digital environment for all of us, and it's essential that we each do our part in upholding this principle.
That's right, Teacher Ryan. I'm sure excited ka nang makita ang mga pupils mo as they will be physically returning to our classrooms.
Siyempre naman, Teacher Karin, speaking of returning physically to our classrooms, one of the things that concern our parents and learners is how to deal with student behavior. So to share with us the core values and core competencies and discipline policy, may we call on our Student Formation Officer, Mrs. Maria Teresa Dizon. Give her a round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Gandang hapon po. Formation ako eh. So, ibig sabihin, isi-shape. Okay? So, I will be discussing to you these things because it will mean the world for your children, for our students. Okay? So, I welcome you to KBD World. KBD stands for knowing, being, and doing. Okay? So this is the kind of thing we do here. So we need to know. Okay? So magtatanong ako ngayon. May gusto akong malaman. Ma'am, bakit ka po nandito?
To study po for the next school year.
To study for the next school year. Nandun na siya kaagad sa study. Yung ngayong araw lang na to, sir.
For parent orientation. For parent orientation?
Exactly po, parent orientation. But we always have to have the end in mind. So, when you begin the day, ano yung gusto nyong pumunta sa parent orientation, pero meron kayong goal. Mrs. Marzo, kumusta po?
Okay lang po. Para malaman po kung anong mga activities ang meron at para malaman namin kung ano ang mga kaganapan pa sa school dito para sa mga anak namin.
Narinig niyo po yon? Palakpakan po natin si Mrs. Marzo. See, knowing what you want for your kids is number one part of who or why you are here. Malaman kung ano ang kaganapan. Ano nga pala gagawin namin sa mga anak nyo? Ano nga? Imagine. So, gusto ko po palakpakan nyo sarili nyo. Very good. Because spending at least 2 hours of your afternoon with us is sacrifice, especially with the kind of weather that we have, right? Ang init po. Pero mas iinit po ang ulo nyo pag sinabi ko kung ano ito. Kung ano meron tayo ngayon na mundo. We have the VUCA world. Narinig nyo na po ba yon? Meron po ba sa atin nakakaalam ng VUCA world? Tignan natin ang ating Gen Z. Hey, unang-una, Gen Z ang mga anak natin. Knowing, Gen Z. Ano yung mga Gen Z? Ito yung mga bata na ipinanganak na andyan na ang internet. Andyan na ang inyong mga wifi connection, mga ibang gadgets. Okay? Kaya, ayan ang ating mundo. VUCA, volatile, sir. Thank you. Volatility. Volatile. SJ, ano na ngayon ang gadget na uso? Bukas, iba na naman. Ganon kabilis ang pagbabago sa ating mundo. Dati, pwede na tayo sa ano yung internet lang, data load, mga ganyan. Ngayon, hindi na kailangan meron ng mabibigat. Okay? Na connection. So, volatility. Bakit natin kailangan pag-usapan ang topic na to this afternoon? Why? Because we will be talking about the being. So, ano nangyari sa atin mismo? Kahit tayo mga parents, may effect ba sa atin? Meron, di ba po? Utusan niyo anak niyo ngayon. Wait. Nawala yung obedience, nawala pa yung prompt obedience. Nung panahon po natin, pag sinabi ng nanay mo, hugasan mo yung, hindi mo na kailangan sabihin pa nga di ba? Pero ngayon, okay, so wag po kayong mag-alala. Hindi po nila kasalanan yon. Dito po tayo sa VUCA world. We live in an uncertainty. Remember, your kids are product of pandemic. Malala nyo yon? Yung pandemic na yon? Uncertain tayo lahat hanggang kailan to matatapos. Kaya tayo, lahat tayo affected. Okay? And then complexity. Yung simpleng buhay, anong nangyari? Naging difficult and complex. Nagkabuhol-buhol. Knots. Okay? Alam mo yung sa sapatos? Simpleng tali lang pero nagkabuhol-buhol. Okay? Yun ang complex. Minsan, hindi mo maintindihan ang mundo. Okay? Ngayon, ambiguity. Ambiguity is not clear. Ngayon nga, tanungin mo ang anak mo, anak, anong strand ka?
Kukuri po. TV.
TVL. At least, clear ka. Bukas kaya, lipat ka ng Humes? Even our parents now wouldn't know. Hindi ko nga po alam kung anong kinukuha ng anak ko. So, pati tayo affected. Okay? And that's why, because of this VUCA world, this environment now, tumaas kahapon ang gas. Bukas, bababa. Di ba? Ganun kabilis. Okay? Ang change. At dahil sa change na yan, tayo ay naging bunny. Okay? Bunny is more of the people, hindi environment. Because of the VUCA world, nagkaroon ngayon ng bunny na tao. Hindi yung bunny na rabbit. Bunny means brittle. Napansin niyo ang mga bata ngayon? Hindi mo na pinagagalitan, pinagsasabihan mo lang. Ano gagawin ng bata? Siya pa yung galit sa'yo. Kaya nga natutulfo ang guro di ba? Napansin niyo po? Natutulfo kami. Why? Because if we are not aware that this child is brittle, uuwi at uuwi lagi yung bata may bit-bit. Okay? At kung wala ang magulang sa bahay, wala na. Pansinin nyo, dati ba ang mental health problema? Hindi, di ba? Hindi. Maalala ko, palabasin nga lang ako ng teacher ko sa labas Tuwan-tuwa pa ako Outstanding, di ba? You're out there standing. Ngayon, bata, palabasin mo lang, nawala na. Okay? So, meaning, ang mga anak, pag tiningnan mo, akala mo, malakas. Yung pala, brittle. May yung loob. That's why later we will talk about values, okay? And then anxious. Kayo ba, hindi ba kayo anxious? Anxiety, nag-iisip? Baka bukas, yung isang tali ng talbos ng kamote, 5 piso ngayon, bukas, magkano na? Yung bigas. Di ba? We're so anxious. Bukas ba, may trabaho pa ako? Okay? And non-linear. Dati tayo, school, bahay, school, right? Linear, diretso. Ngayon, non-linear. Bago ako umuwi, dadaan muna akong Festival Mall. Okay? At ang nakakatuwa ngayon, simple lang ang buhay noon, pag sinabi mo, cha-cha. Ngayon, merong milk tea. Di ba? Magtataka ka tapos gustong-gusto ng mga bata, no? Ako, pag narinig ko milk tea, teka lang, sanay ako sa milk lang o kaya tea lang. Okay? Tapos meron pang pearls. Nakatawa, no? Anyway, incomprehensible. Yun na nga hindi natin naiintindihan. Kaya yung mga, kahit magulang ngayon, hindi dahil sa generation gap, na kunyari ako, may Gen Z ako estudyante, ako ay baby boomer. I'm 63 years old po. Okay? Yes, I'm 63 years old. But I'm still here teaching. Okay? Hindi ko rin maintindihan. Joke. ang ating mga estudyante ngayon, ang ating mga anak, ay eto na sila. Kaya the more we should be conscious as parents, as teachers, as educators. And so, SBCA is so glad to let you know that this is the being of the school. Ito ang eskwela namin. Simpleng core values, they're simple, right? Respect, responsibility, service to humanity, love for God. Maraming eskwelahan, 10 ang mga core values. Ito 4 lang, pero tinutuhog niya po ang buong pagkatao ng isang tao. So, respeto. Respect. Lahat tayo may dignidad, right? Yes, kahit nakakotse ka dumating dyan kahit naglakad lang ako, pareho lang tayo may dignity. So, respeto. Pareho lang ang respeto na ibibigay namin at ibibigay nyo rin sa amin. Okay? Respeto ay hindi lang pagmamano. Okay? These are just simple things. But when you look at respect, it means about dealing with the person as the person. Okay? Hindi tayo magja-judge. Walang judgmental attitude. Okay? Next, responsibility, response-able. Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. Response-able. We called for you for parent orientation, and you are here. See? You are able to respond. Yun po ibig sabihin nun. And when you are able to respond, you own. Okay? You own the responsibility. Hindi, niyakag lang po ako. No. You need to own it. Ganon ang ituturo namin sa mga estudyante namin. Grade 11 ka, you own it that you study well. Tama, ma? Yes. Hindi kailangan ikaw ay, what? Grade 11 is, or junior high, grade 10, they have their own mind to think already. So, hindi mo na dapat yan, naggawa ka na ba ng assignment mo? Hindi na dapat. They should be able to do their work. Okay? School is work. Yung iba, akala nila fun lang. No. Fun and work. Okay? So, responsibility is accountability. Kaya dito, we have 2 ways of dealing with your kids. Pwedeng individually, meron kaming ipagagawa individually, or collaboratively. Okay? So, matututo po ang mga anak nyo maging others-centered. Okay, next po is service to humanity. Service to humanity is your imagination. Kaya nga tayo may strand sa senior high, and of course, in junior high, we prepare them. Okay? Para you are able to live the kind of life you want to live. Service. Service is actually your capacity to help. Okay? Hindi mo naman kailangan malawak na service. Yun lang sa classroom Yun lang sa classroom. Ang mga estudyante po namin dito, ako honestly, I'm not techie. And they know that. So, our students would serve us. Ma'am Dizon, bubuksan na po namin. Oh, sige, thank you. See? We teach them how to initiate. Okay? Hindi yung kailangan mo pa utusan or pakiusapan. So we teach them that because that's a core value of SBCA. And of course, love for God. Love for God, you might think, magsisimba, okay, kasama yon, but love for God is actually encompassing love for environment. Why? Siya ang lumikha ng lahat. Okay? Love for others. Because we are all created by God. Okay? So how can you say, sabi ni Jesus, I love you, Mommy. Pero hindi mo sinusunod yung mommy mo. I love God. Hindi mo sinusunod ang mommy mo na ang gumawa sa kanya ay Diyos. Okay? So, love for God, we make that visible. Yung nakikita, hindi lang yung dahil nagsisimba ka, na pagbalik mo, or kung hindi man kayo, by the way, if you're not Catholic, it's okay. Inclusivity po tayo dito. Okay? Inclusive po tayo. Okay? Next, please. SBCA core competencies. Okay, competent. Kung gusto nyo tumaas ang self-confidence, kailangan competent ka. Okay? So what are these skills that we give to your children or to your wards? First is a skilled communicator. Your ability to communicate. Communication is receiving or sending messages, right? Okay, and we have two kinds. It could be non-verbal or verbal. So, kapag communication, you may speak fluent Filipino. That's why in our exams, especially in my class, pag hindi kaya po ng bata mag-explain in straight English, I wouldn't mind. You can explain in Filipino. Why? Because what is important is you are able to convey the message clearly. You get me? Yun po yun. Ang skilled communicator builds good relationships. So, if you recall, God gave Adam the ability to name, right? You can name the animals. See? One skill na binigay ng Diyos sa atin is our ability to name. Kaya tinuturuan po namin ang aming estudyante, you name your need. We cannot just, umiiyak ka dyan, di namin alam kung bakit. So we teach them how to express their emotions, how to express what they need. Okay? Next, values-oriented. Okay, values means worth. Ano yung mahalaga? Okay? Pagpapahalaga. So ano yung mga values na matututunan dito? I said that while ago, right? What else? A person who is value-laden is a person who is a child of God. What does that mean? Because he loves God, he loves others, then he values each one. That's why person-centered po kami. Okay? We deal with the child on a personal basis. Okay po? So, ang aming vina-value po ay mga magulang din. That's why we give you the best or your money's worth. Pinagpaguran nyo po yung binabayad dito, pagpapaguran din po namin ang pagbuo ng isang bata na may character. A child who may be very intellectual, all-knowing, but the being has a problem, then we do something. That's why later on, the guidance office will give you the services. And as a formation officer, I am here to help your child with the needs also that your child would need. Okay, next, lifelong learner. Lifelong, meaning ang matututunan niya dito, kailangan hanggang pagtanda. Dala niya yon. Kaya nga lifelong. Okay? At maraming skills yan. That's why we give our teachers also have inset or in-service training so that yung pagbabago ng edukasyon ngayon, matutugunan din namin. Okay, next. Servant leader. Okay, this calls for leadership. Kaya marami tayong school organizations, clubs, and all, so that we can start also preparing your children to become servant leaders someday. Okay, so hindi lang po tayo dito, puro dito. Dito at kamay. Okay? Paggawa. Doing po. Okay, next please. Okay. Saan eskwelahan ang walang discipline? Kahit sa bahay, meron tayong discipline. This is a quality thing, okay, with rules. So, walang disiplina kung walang rules. Tama? Okay. So, ano-ano po yung mga rules? Ang rules dito ay para gabayan ang mga bata to form habits. And that habits become their everyday routine. That's why in the morning, we ring the bell, and one discipline that we should inculcate to them is punctuality. Okay? Now, in relation to discipline, hindi ka naman basta-basta paaalisin dito. We have, of course, suspension. It says there, it's a penalty, okay? Penalty which is the school is allowed to deprive students, especially if they have already exceeded, 20% of attendance. Normally, the school days, Sir Esconia, ilan school days natin last year? 203. Okay, so more or less, 20%, sir. Around 40, approximately. So, titignan po natin yan. Kapag umaabot na siya sa 20%, hindi naman po namin paaabutin ng 20% bago kayo i-inform. Later, we will discuss that. We have exclusion, dropping or dismissal. Okay? Penalty yan that the school can make the child drop from entering also the vicinity. Why? Because of undesirable behavior. Okay? Next, expulsion. Wala naman sigurong aabot sa expulsion yung wala ka na mapapasukang eskwelahan. Wala naman kami pang ganon. Okay? At wala pa rin naman kaming exclusion, dismissal. Because bago pa yan mangyari, we already have to do some measures. Okay? Next, please. Ayan. Both online and face-to-face, general guidelines and policies. Medyo mahaba-haba po ito. Tingnan lang muna natin yung mga importante because we will be giving you a school student handbook which I would like you to please read and explain to your children. Okay? So, sir, patingin nga po, tardiness. So, offense. Ano ang action taken? So, offense mo ay tardiness. 7:40 dapat, or before 7:40, nandito ka na. Okay? The bell rings before 7:40. Normally, we ring the bell before at least 5 minutes and then yung mga dumadating ng 7:40, kung mabilis tumakbo, makakahabol. Okay? So, why? Because once you're not in your line, that's when you are late. Okay? Next. First offense, 3 tardiness. Anong gagawin? Okay, inform you. So, yung the first 3, first offense. Next, second offense, 5. 5 tardiness. What is the resolution to this? You have to kakausapin. But, you know, that's why we talk to you because if it's reasonable, then pag-uusapan naman yan. Okay? Next, pag hindi reasonable, justified, 1 day suspension there. Okay, next please. Third offense, 6 tardiness. Pwede na kayong ipatawag talaga dito. Hindi lang informational through phone, through text. Punta na po kayo dito. And Ayan, we have prevention program for 3 days, suspension. Meron na ba tayong ganyan? Wala, no? Wala pa naman tayo. Meron na mga ganito. Hindi pa na natin napapaabot. Okay, wag niyo na pong paabutin na kasi sayang yung suspension ng bata, hindi siya makakapasok. Marami siyang mamimiss. Okay? Subject matters. Okay? Next, please. Okay, cutting classes. Ito yung nandito, pumasok ang anak nyo, nag-start, classes are ongoing, pero nandiyan siya. Nagro-roaming around. Okay? Guardia daw siya. Bigyan na natin uniforme. Okay. So, cutting class, deliberate, the word deliberate, talagang sinadya, okay, na nag-cutting classes. First offense, of course, verbal warning. Second offense, conference with the parents. Okay? May 2 days suspension. Prevention program. Next, third offense, ayun. Prevention program for 5 days. Suspension. So far, wala pa namang gumagano sa klase ko. Kakating class. Okay, next, thanks. Loitering, noisy during class, misbehavior, destruction of classes, disobedience. Ang liit-liit lang po nito na pwede nilang galawan. So, nakikita po namin sila. So we asked. Like, I have one student, I saw him in the bleachers, I was asking, why are you here? Classes are ongoing. Ma'am, pinalabas po ako ng teacher. Ibang usapan yun. Why? Because he wasn't able to finish his homework. So pinalabas mo na ng teacher, tapusin mo na. Kasi naiistorbo siya sa loob. That can be done. Why not? Okay? Because there's a need for him to finish his homework. Okay, so minsan, decision-making on the part of the teacher. Okay, next please. Spreading of fake information. Yan na nga ba sinasabi ko kasi sa sobrang sobrang volatile ng mundo, di na natin alam yung totoo. Okay, parent repeated offense. Cyberbullying, online harassment, offensive remarks, bad words. May mga nagmumura. Meron ba? Or pwedeng using the FB, Messenger. Kasi ang mga estudyante natin, because they're Gen Z, they have access to this. Minsan nga, ang anak ko, hindi ko friend sa FB eh. Alam ko, friend niya ako. Tapos sabi ko, ba't hindi ko nakikita? Yes. You send them messages. Asan ka na? Walang sagot. Tapos pag uwi, Mami, walang internet doon. I don't know. Pero that's why we really have to teach our kids bata pa lang. So the super ego will function and the conscience later on. Yun ang difference ha. The super ego, pag bata pa lang yan, do's and don'ts from parents. Ngayon, pag wala kayo, lalaki yan, wala ng konsensya. Kasi the conscience is something that should have been developed since they were young. Okay? Kaya hirap tayo kapag wala tayo during their formative years. Their incarnating years na tinatawag. Yung bata pa lang sila, ay nandyan ka na. May mga ibang nanay, para lang, lalo na yung mga may kaya, para lang manahimik yung bata. Sige, ayan na. Tawag dyan ay instant gratification, which is wrong. We should know how to delay gratification sa ating mga estudyante. Malala ko nung bata ako, sapatos ko, sira na. Kailangan ko maglinis ng buong bahay bago ako ibili. Delaying gratification. Kaya yung sapatos ko, ingat na ingat ako doon. Okay? Next. Repeated offense, non-readmission. Hindi ka na pwedeng mag-enroll dito. Next, disqualification, ayun. We give awards, okay, of course. We give, we reward your children, the students, if they did best in their academics and character. However, kapag meron mga ganyan, no, spreading fake information and all that kind of offense, then, ayan, mawawalan na siya. Disqualification from academic leadership awards at the end of the school year. Next, please. Okay, uploading indecent. Nako, yung mga bata na nagtitiktok na minsan, ang mga suot, ay hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit nila kailangan gawin yon. Attention, ano? Kumuha ng attention. Pwede rin. Okay? Hindi mo lang ni-like ang kanilang post. Parang sama-sama na brittle. I told you brittle. Next. So, ayan. Indecent pictures photography. There. We have parent conference. 5 days. Ang bilis, no? Okay. I think cheating and plagiarism, ganun din. Disqualification, non-readmission, kasi these are already major offense. Major na siya, na offense. Okay? Next, please. Meron pa ba? Okay. Impersonation. Meron ba yun? Mag-impersonate. Okay. Pretending to be someone. Okay. And then damage the reputation of others. And outing trickery, sharing someone's secret, embarrassing information online. Wala na tayong control sa mundo ng mga anak natin. Kaya paano na lang? Paano na lang bilang magulang? Ako nung time ko, ino-off ko ang aking Wi-Fi connection. Nasa akin ang control. Sisigaw yung anak ko, "Ma, may exam ako." Anong oras? So inform me. See, your ability to communicate your need. Yon. So, there. Revealing, embarrassing information, then isi-share online. Nakakatakot ang mundo ng ating mga anak. Next, ayan, suspension. Lahat ng major offenses, ganon. Action taken, disqualification, non-readmission, and, ayan, exclusion. Intentionally excluding someone from an online group. Dito, meron, later it will be discussed to us sa Google Classroom. So pag meron yung mga anak nyo at tinanggal sa listahan na dapat nandun siya, ayan, exclusion yan. Next. Ay, yay! Wala na! Yes, okay. Sana nandito ang mga bata at kasi sila ang consequence yun sa kanila. Bibigyan din natin ng ganyan ang mga bata. May orientation din po sila next week. Thank you.
Thank you po, Ma'am Dizon. Indeed, our core values, core competencies, and discipline policy collectively shape the environment that empowers our students to succeed academically and become responsible citizens.
That's right, Teacher Karin. In our relentless pursuit of excellence, our school has carefully reviewed its policy to ensure the best possible learning outcomes for our students.
Exactly, Teacher Ryan. And now to give you a glimpse of how our learning modality will go this year, let's take a look at a sample schedule to be shown to us by Mr. Alfredo Esconia, our Student Activities Coordinator.
Thank you, Teacher Ryan and Ms. Karin. Good afternoon, parents, and to our learners, and to my fellow teachers. Well, at this point, let me give you a glimpse of what kind of modality do we have for your children, and let me give you also a sample of our schedule for this academic school year. By the way, this school year, we still adopt the modified H learning modality, which is blended in approach, okay? Basically, this blended approach is based on the approach used by the SBCA Basic Education Department in the recent school years to establish teaching learning configured from our parents' surveys and our LCP to expand in-person modality. Like what our principal said, yung mga surveys po na pinasagutan namin sa inyo, we really value your feedback. At ito na po yun. So we came up with 4 face-to-face class days with 1 asynchronous day each week. Opo. Sige po. To give you an overview, every month, from Mondays to Thursdays, we will have face-to-face class. And we're going to have asynchronous online every Fridays. Except every non-academic first Fridays. So take note po parents, yes, we have non-academic first Fridays. We encourage them to be here at school for the first Friday Mass, interest clubs, mentoring, and recollections. But please be mindful with this parents kasi baka may gamitin ng non-academic first Friday natin sa gala-gala. No? Non-academic first Fridays are always shortened period. Okay po? Sige po. And all other Fridays, aside from that, are online with a synchronous online schedule. Okay. As what we tell you a while ago, we still adapt the Hyplex Ready Classroom. Okay. Bakit kailangan pa natin ng Hyplex? Well, let me tell you what is an Hyplex Ready Classroom. Okay. It is an onliners and on-siters are provided instructions simultaneously. Teachers may deliver lessons for onliners and on-siters through technology tools. At kaya po natin ina-adapt pa rin siya just because of this. It can help our learners and teachers in times that may require this setup, such as when the students get sick and may still be capable of attending an online class. Or when non-calamity suspensions, example like transport strike. So, wala pong dahilan, no? Para po hindi magpatuloy yung pag-aaral po ng ating mga anak. For our face-to-face on-site class routine, next slide ma'am. Okay, first, students are expected to be in school by 7:20 a.m. every Monday. Flag ceremony starts at 7:30 a.m. Okay? 7:30 a.m. every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday assembly. And that starts at 7:45 a.m. Okay? They're expecting to be there on their Google Classroom at 7:40 during asynchronous Fridays for their morning cap. And they can have the link of it on their Google Stream or Google Classroom. Okay, next. Students should always be in complete uniform when in school, including official SBCA ID. Okay, take note lang po. Well, it will be emphasized later by the other speaker. Okay, please refer to the official school uniform for this. Official PE shirt and jogging pants are to be worn during PE days. Paalala lang po, kaya po sinasabi namin sa inyo na bibigyan namin kayo o bibigyan namin yung mga anak na ninyo ng ng official schedule ay para malaman nyo rin po kung kailan lang sila dapat magsuot ng PE uniform. Okay po? Sige po. Plain white collared shirt is required for new students who may not have available uniforms for purchase at the front office. So, of course, we still consider those students who are unable not to purchase uniforms in the front office. But they have to wear white collared shirt. wala pong ibang susutin, kundi yun lamang po.
Pero may time, sir. There's a time. Meron po tayong deadline for that. When the uniforms are already available, they have to come to school in uniform.
Alright. So, as per...
Okay, Mike, sir, yun. So, meron grace period for that, and we will be announcing that as we go on. Right now, wala pang available for senior high. Kasi malakihan tahi daw yun.
Okay po. Okay, so as per our principal, so sa ngayon po, wala pa masyadong stock for senior high. However, meron lang po siyang limit din naman kung kailan lang. Yes. Okay. So, for example, for the first days of school, we will allow your children to wear white-collared shirt, but there will be a limit for it. So, of course, the school, they make sure that we can provide uniforms for your children. Okay po? So, that's why in no way will other improper clothes be allowed by the teacher in charge. Example, sando, round neck shirt, jeans, and etc. Note, okay. Note that the first 3 days of school shall be used for full class and subject area orientation on the 4th day. Ayan po. We always do that, no? The first days of school, para po talaga yan sa orientation. Okay. The SBCA student handbook will still be in digital format this school year. This shall be cascaded to all parents and students through email, which should all be acknowledged. An assignment notebook shall be used by all students in taking down assignments, whether offline or online work, as well as other PT-related tasks. So, since pandemic po, we required our students to have their assignment notebook, no, for their online and offline activity. So as of now, we have our handbook is still in digital. So we require them to have their assignment notebook as well. So later on po, malalaman po natin anything about the assignment notebook. Okay. So, mapabalik na konti. So, these notebooks, tinutukoy ko po yung assignment notebooks, are inspected by the advisor weekly and should bear a signature from the parent as proof of monitoring. So, like what we said, parents, ang pag-grow po ng mga anak natin ay hindi lamang po nakasalali sa amin. You have also a responsibility for it. And one of the best thing that we could use during these times ay yung pong assignment notebook. We want you, or we encourage you to always monitor your children's assignment notebook para malaman nyo rin po, baka po may mga note na rin po si teacher dyan. And we always look if you really monitor it. By what? By looking on your signature, kung meron po ba talaga. So, we are hoping po na ma-workout po natin to. Kasama po kayo. Okay po. So, for our asynchronous Friday routine, okay, they're expected to attend their morning cap by joining their Google Advisory Classroom 5 minutes before official cap time for attendance and advisor's reminder. So, kagaya po, mas maganda po yung mas maagap, no? And they have as well, they have to follow the asynchronous Friday schedule. So later on, pinapakita ko po yung mga sample subject natin every Friday asynchronous. They can obtain their learning module, worksheets, or asynchronous activity instructions from their teacher or on their advisory Google Classroom stream. So, lahat po ng asynchronous activity assignments every Friday, it will be posted on their Google, advisory Google Classroom. So, wala pong mawawala, hindi po nila kailangan pang mag-chat through PM sa mga teachers para malaman yung activity na, it will be posted po sa Google Classroom. And you can also monitor this thing. Okay po. Okay, they are required to always read learning modules or activity sheets with understanding and to let them do their best to work independently. So, hinihingi po namin ang inyong paggabay na sana po tulungan din po natin yung mga anak natin na magbasa with comprehension. So, marami po tayong magagaling na anak, pero when it comes to instruction, medyo po pumapalya tayo. So, ayun po, isa po ito sa mga responsibilidad natin once na ang mga anak po natin ay magpapatuloy ng pag-aaral sa inyong mga tahanan. If you have questions or problems regarding the activity or learning module, you can communicate with your advisor through your official Messenger GC or stream message board at your Google Advisory Classroom. Let me emphasize this a little bit, parents. We only acknowledge one official GC for one grade level. So it means, kung meron pa pong mga GC ang anak nyo kasama mga kaklase niya, bukod sa ina-acknowledge lang namin, well, it's up to you po to monitor it. Kung ano na po yung mga pinag-uusapan nila doon, ano po mga plano nila. Okay po? Sige po. Okay. Keep in mind that accomplishing your asynchronous outputs should be done promptly. Practice time management and respect time of others. So that's why may mga deadline po tayo sa bawat activity po, no? So that's why we ask also the students, the upcoming grade 11 of St. Bernadette College of Alabang, to practice their time management skill. Okay po? And of course, by that thing, we could show respect to others. Okay? Note that consultation times are still indicated in the schedule and are in effect. During asynchronous Fridays, a student may use the allotted time for learning. So every asynchronous Friday po, meron po kami tinatawag na consultation time. So tapos na po ang klase nun, but still, if your children needs a clarification for a certain thing, may mga tanong, may mga rant, okay, they can use that consultation time for it. Or they can utilize that for they continue for the learning of them. Okay, parents, here are the sample schedule. Okay, note that official class schedule are given by the class advisor on the very first day of the class. Sige po. So, let's start with the junior high school po. Okay? This is a sample class schedule for the junior high school. So, as you can see, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, okay, they are expected to be here at 7:20 to 7:30 for their assembly. Their morning cap, okay po, will start at 8 o'clock to 8:15 in the morning. They will have their lunch break at 12:40 to 1:10, and they are going to be dismissed at 3:20. I'm sorry, typographical error po. Now, our junior high school student will be dismissed at 3:20. Yes po, may nawala daw kasi 10 minutes. Okay, thank you po. But, take a look of this on the last column, parents. You can see the schedule for our asynchronous Friday. So, ano pong mangyayari sa asynchronous? Well, basically, we still have an AM cap. Okay? We are expecting them to be in the Google Classroom at 7:45 to 8. Okay. Okay po. So, nagsasalita ako dito kanina, baka... So, when we say CAP po, C-A-P, it is a class advisory program. So, sa iba pong ito po yung tinatawag nilang homeroom. Ito po yung pagkakataon na nagbibigay si advisor ng instruction, paalala, okay, sa kanyang mga estudyante. So, Friday po, your children doesn't need, okay, to be online all day. Okay? Kailangan lang po nilang ma-meet si advisor by 7:45 to 8 for some reminders. And they will meet again on their camp dismissal at 10:45 to 11 a.m. Okay? So, ayan po. That is the schedule for Friday asynchronous. So, hindi po yan face-to-face. Okay. Now, this is for the grade 11 senior high school schedule. Okay. As the same with the junior high, they're expecting to be here at 7:20 to 7:30 for their assembly. They will have their morning camp at 8 o'clock to 8:15. Okay. They will be having their recess at 10:45 to 11:20, and they will be dismissed at 1:30 p.m. So take a look again. Pabalik lang natin yung ano. Same po with Friday asynchronous. Okay? They are expected to be at the Google Meet at 7:45 to 8 for their morning camp, and they will be dismissed at 11:30 in the morning. Okay po. Sige po. And for the senior high, ito na po yung hinihintay natin. Grade 12. Okay? Check nyo po mabuti ha, lalo yung mga grade 12 student. Okay, we are expecting you to be here at 1:20 to 1:30 p.m. for your assembly. Okay? And take note, their recess will be at 3 p.m. to 3:20, and they're going to be dismissed at 5:30 p.m. So parent, alam niyo po kung anong oras ang labas ng anak niyo. 5:30 p.m. po.
Banggitin ko na lang po, ginawa po natin tong schedule ng grade 12 for the very first time dahil mag-face-to-face na sila. You have to understand po na morning, plano natin na yung kanilang work immersion ay magawa in the morning. Para itong mga subjects po ay maaral nila, nandito sila sa school in the afternoon. If and when po magsa-start yung immersion, definitely second sem pa. Para in preparation for that, ang kanilang schedule ay gawa dyan. Marami po rin sa kanila, may mga iba't iba po kasing strands natin. May Tibet, meron TVL rather, meron tayong arts and design. Yung iba po dyan, may broken schedule pa, kakayanin pa minsan, meron silang schedule na aabot ng 6:30, sir. So yung pero hindi naman araw-araw yun, sir.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Gonzales. Okay, and let's take a look on the last column for their Friday asynchronous class. Yan. So, pag Friday po, take note lang po, there will be expected to be in the Google class at 7:45 to 8 for their morning camp. And there will be dismissed at 11:30 a.m. So, ayan po, student-friendly po ng ating schedule. Okay po, so let's move with the notebooks required for our K-10 to senior high school student. Well, coming from the UNESCO, basahin ko lang po, 1995, taking good notes in class is an important part of academic success in school. Actively taking notes during class can help you focus and better understand main concepts. Good taking will improve your active listening, comprehension of material, organization, and retention. So it means po, yung mga pag-provide po natin ng gantong notebook, hindi yan hiningi lang basta-basta. May pag-aaral po talaga. Okay po. So, we would like just to know that parents, from K to 10, ito po ay, uniform na po ito. English, okay, should be color red. Mathematics, blue. Science, green. Filipino, yellow. AP, orange. CLE or values education, white. MAPE, violet. And HELE or TLE, pink. And for their assignment notebook, brown. Okay. Okay, for senior high school, okay, notebooks, while our grade 11 and 12 students are not required to follow these notebook color codes, they are still required to have notebooks for each of their subjects each semester. So, yun po. Hindi po sila kailangan sumunod sa color code, pero they have to provide notebooks. Okay po. And there are some materials that the school required your children. Okay? School materials are for a student's use. They promote learning as well as the discipline in managing supplies. Although every grade level may have their unique materials needed, the school highly encourages the following common materials for instructional activities. So ito po yung mga nire-require po namin sa inyong mga anak. Long plastic envelope with handles, grade school or intermediate pad paper for K to 6, yellow pad paper for junior high school and senior high school, black and red ball pen, coloring materials, yes, pencil, construction paper and long band paper, 3 Manila paper and 2 cartolina, whiteboard marker, long clear book, and scientific calculator for junior high school to senior high school. Sige po. And before I end my turn, let me give you this reminder. Textbook for kinder up to grade 10 are to be used, especially in science, math, English, AP, and Filipino. You may purchase these books at the front office and may be claimed at the Basic Ed Library. Okay po. Next po, ma'am. Our senior high school students use teacher-made learning modules for each of their subjects and are required to access them in Google Sites using the SBCA domain account. And for new students, okay, these domain accounts are free for all our students. Please coordinate with the class advisor on how to access them.
Emphasize, sir, we don't use textbooks sa senior high, but we use teacher-made modules.
All right.
So you have no other choice but to make sure you cooperate with the teachers para hindi tayo nahihirapan sa ating mga class.
All right. So, uulitin ko lang po yung binanggit ng ating principal. Senior high school students, wala po silang textbooks. But they are going to use a teacher's self-made module, which they can access through Google Sites. At para ma-access po yun, they need to use their school email domain. Okay po? So, may tanong po ba? If there is, okay, i-reserve po natin yan para mamaya. Okay, thank you po at maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Sir Esconia. Here in SBCA, we uphold the values that define our institution. One way is adhering to our dress code policy.
You're right, Teacher Ryan. Our grooming and dress code policy is more than just a set of rules. It's a reflection of our commitment to maintaining an atmosphere of discipline, respect, and unity. Let's take a moment to go over some of the key aspects of our dress code policy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Teacher Jessa Samiano, Junior High School Team Leader. A round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, parents, guardian, and good afternoon to our students, to our junior high school and senior high school students. So I will be discussing about the grooming and the dress code policy. Sige po, first, next slide. So students are expected to always look decent inside and even outside school. Okay? And students are obliged to wear their official school uniform across grade level. So later I will show the junior high school and the senior high school uniforms. So aside from the school uniform, we also have the PE uniforms, and it is also required on scheduled PE days only. of the week. So note that wearing uniforms, hindi lang siya palinis or nakakapagpaganda sa atin, but also it enhances school pride, unity, and community spirit, and even school security. Okay. Sige po, next slide po. So for the junior high school students, so for the boys, meron po kayong polo and then vest. So bali, yung isang set na to, ayan na po yun. Kapag bumili po kayo ng uniform, isang set, that is polo and the vest. So for the girls naman po, isa po siyang complete uniform. So including the top and the bottom. But for the boys, you need to provide your own bottom, gray pants, okay? For gray slacks po for the boys. Next po, for the senior high school students, so we have, for the boys again, we have the vest and then the polo, and then kailangan nyo lang din po ng black po na slacks. Okay po. And for the girls, so different siya from the junior high school because the girls' uniform is, ayan po, magkahiwalay po siya. So meron po siyang polo, meron po siyang vest, at the same time, nakahiwalay po ang kanyang palda. And for the PE uniform po, so all of the grade levels, ayan po, iisa lang naman po ang ating pong design for their PE uniform. Next po, ayan. So let's move on to, aside from the uniform, kailangan din natin mapanatili na maayos ang ating po mga itsura. So paano po mangyayari yon? Hair dyes, highlights on hair. Ayan, mahilig po magkulay ng buhok ang mga kabataan po ngayon. Mohawk, punk, and spike should be avoided. So far, wala naman po akong nakikita na naka-spike, naka-mohawk. Okay po? So, hair must not touch the eyebrows and the collar. So, they use the 2x3. So, are you familiar po with the 2x3? Kapag nagpapagupit po tayo, minsan pwede nyo po sabihin 2x3. So, kailangan lang po yung dalawang finger and then tatlo po dito sa likod. Kaya po 2x3. So, it is recommended for the boys. And hair must be neatly combed. And then, for the boys, earrings and other accessories aside from wristwatch are strictly discouraged. Okay po. For the girls naman po, hair should be neatly clipped without any hair dyes. So, better po if you keep your hair na naka-ponytail po siya or naka-clip, especially for those students na may mga bangs po. So, wag niyo po hayaan na matakpan po yung mga magaganda niyo pong muka. Next is makeup should be avoided. Mga heavy makeup. So, karaniwan po ito sa senior high school po na i-encounter. And long nails and nail polish is not advised. Next po, along with the prescribed school uniform, students are required to wear black leather shoes. So you're not allowed to wear boots, high-cut, brown leather shoes, and slippers, especially Crocs. Okay po? Marami po sa mga senior high school, mga varsity po sila. So, minsan sinusuot po ng mga varsity dyan is nakachinelas lang sila tapos magmemedyas lang po sila. So, hindi po siya nakaka-cool. Di po cool siyang tignan. Okay? So, only black leather shoes with plain white socks. Ayan lang po ang ating po pinapayagan. Next po is part of our school uniform din po is the school ID. Therefore, it is a must that the pupils wear his or her identification card at all times while inside school campus. And we encourage them din po to wear their school ID kahit po outside so that kapag po may mga emergency, ayan po, meron pong mga contact number na pwede pong tawagan in case of emergency. Lending the school ID is not transferable. Lending this to other students will mean confiscation. So, this year, we will be implementing no ID, no entry to school. Ayan. Next po. Students are discouraged from wearing flashy clothes. Yung mga makikintab po na mga damit, Ayan, tight-fitting pants, blouses, dresses, mini skirts, short shorts, blouses with plunging necklines, hip-hop pants for boys, and sleepwear. So, ayan naman po ay, syempre po, they are wearing their uniform. Pero if ever may mga events, mga activities po, kung saan magsusuot po sila ng casual wear. So, hindi po natin pinapayagan po yan. Lalo na po yung mga ripped jeans, mga tattered pants. I know, it's very trend, mga kabataan, pero you wear it sa labas. Somewhere else. So, lagi po sinasabi ng ating pong principal, papasok po kayo, hindi po kayo magfe-festival. No, pwede po kayo magbaon ng pants na sira. Magpalit kayo sa festival. Joke lang. Okay po. So, ayan. Minsan po kasi may mga estudyante na nakaporma na po sila dito papasok, yung pala may gala po sila after. So, yun na yung suot nila pang gala. Next, so, the dress code policy is not just for the students but also for the stakeholders, for the parents, for the guardians. So bakit po kaya for the visitors and even the fetchers kung may mga magsusundo pa po sa mga junior high school and senior high school natin. So bakit po? Bakit it is also applicable to the stakeholders? Because in order to help to create a respectful and orderly environment, by promoting school spirit, the school also extends the dress code to our stakeholders when entering or attending function in school. So like for example, this event po, we are expecting the parents also or the guardians to wear proper attire po. And also, kasama na rin po dyan card giving, card viewing, or any activities po na pwede pong pumunta yung parents. So that's it po for the grooming and the dress code policy. Thank you po.
Thank you for that important information, Teacher Jessa. Dumako naman tayo, Teacher Karin, sa isang napakalagang bahagi ng ating orientasyon sa araw na ito.
I agree. Mahalaga nga itong next part, especially in today's digital age, where effective communication between parents and schools is more important than ever before. To talk about Google Classroom parent-school communication platforms is the senior high school team leader, Ms. Renilyn May Baldo.
Hello po, good afternoon po parents and guardians. So I'll be discussing the Google Classroom and the communication platform po. Ayan. So this year, we will be using, again, Google Classroom. So sa mga incoming grade 12, I know you're familiar with the Google Classroom. And for our incoming grade 11, so we will be using Google Classroom. So as in the previous years, SBCA will be incorporating Google Classroom into our learners' weekly schedule, mostly on Fridays, where a synchronous class happens as well as in the student-based activities. So Google Classroom will provide a dynamic platform for interactive learning and engagement. It will enable our students to access assignments, resources, and supplementary materials in a digital format. So this integration aligns with our commitment to fostering 21st century skills and preparing our students for the digital landscape of the future. So same with the grade 7 po, and until grade 10, Google Classroom po ang gagamitin natin every Friday, especially every Friday since you have to meet your advisor via Google Meet available on your respective Google Classroom. So ito po yung itsura ng Google Classroom. So kung nakikita ninyo, this is grade 12 reliability. So this is my official Google Classroom. Okay? So ibig sabihin po kayo, from 7 up to 12, with other advisors, yung inyong mga advisor will create your Google Classroom. Okay? At sa mga estudyante, mga anak, kayo ay i-add ng inyong advisor. Okay? So yung ating kanina na mention, yung SBCA domain, yung at sbca.edu.ph. So, likely, up to today, wala pang nare-receive yung mga bata. So, next week po, marireceive nyo na po yung inyong SBCA domain account. Okay? Ibinigay nyo po sa amin na personal email during the interview. Okay po? Next slide po tayo. So, on Fridays, students will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of activities through Google Classroom. So si teacher will post assignments, quizzes, and other engaging content that complements their in-class learning experiences. So this will also serve as a platform for students to collaborate, ask questions, and receive timely feedback. So the parents, both in junior high and senior high, have to be familiarized with the Google Classroom. So the advisor will add your child in the Google Classroom through the school domain email. And please note that only your child's school domain may be used to access it. Okay, for example, every Friday, cap time nyo na with advisor. Nag-join kayo, alam nyo yung link. Pero you're not using the SBCA domain. So most likely si advisor, they will not allow you to join unless you will use the SBCA domain. Okay, for safety po ito. Kaya students, wag na wag kakalimutan ang password at ang inyong email. Buong taon, yan po ang inyong laging gagamitin. Okay? And for last one, I also wanted to inform you po about our school's communication policy regarding class group chat. Okay? So our school allows for one, hindi po dalawa, isa lamang po na official group chat per class, which is only created, administered, and managed by the class advisor. Okay? Ibig sabihin po, sa pasukan, next week, mga bata or kids, what I mean is the junior high school and the senior high school students, i-add kayo ni advisor, siya ang gagawa ng inyong GC. Okay? Wala pong gagawa ng ibang GC, si advisor lang. So you have to wait na i-add kayo ni advisor sa inyong respective group chat sa Messenger. Okay? So this helps ensure consistent and accurate information sharing among parents and students. So at the moment, we do not permit additional group chats to be created outside of the official one. Kaya mga mommies and daddies, tulungan niyo po kami na i-remind po ang inyong mga anak na huwag gagawa ng mga GC outside of the official one. Kasi outside of the official group chat, may mga nangyayari na minsan kami, as the teachers, nagugulat kami, may nag-aaway na pala, which is hindi naman po kami part of that GC. Kaya as a help nyo po sa community ng SBCA, always remind your child na huwag gagawa ng other GC. Okay po? So this decision is intended to prevent confusion and maintain a unified communication channel. Yes, ma'am. Opo. Yes po. So if you have any questions or concerns, mamaya po we will have our breakout team. So you can feel free to reach out to us later on. Ayan po. At bago po pala yun, kung makita nyo po ang iba't ibang mga tables, different purpose and different official platforms. So ibig sabihin po, if you want, if you have questions sa amin po about scheduling activities, posting asynchronous module, sa Google Classroom po natin yan makikita. And during asynchronous, we have Gmeet Classroom. Setting appointment, it could be Gmail or official class GC. And kapag there are times po na ipapatawag po namin kayo face-to-face, ayun lang po. We will let you know ahead of time po. Okay po? So mamaya pong yung mga tanong nyo po, i-reserve nyo po ang senior high sa ating breakout teams po mamaya and the junior high sa inyo pong breakout team po mamaya. So yun lamang po and thank you po.
Thank you, Ma'am Rene. Indeed, effective communication between parents and school is at the heart of student
That
success.
is true, Teacher Ryan. Today, we also have the privilege of shedding light on the ways that recognize and celebrate the dedication, hard work, and accomplishments of our students. To share with us the grading system, awards, and assessment, let me give you Mrs. Nenita Baloyo, Intermediate Team Leader.
Thank you, Ma'am Karin and Sir Ryan. Okay, so mga magulang, magandang hapon po. Okay, sino po ba sa inyo yung gustong June na ulit? Ha, mga magulang, kasi sa June po, siyempre, so doon po natin malalaman kung yung ating mga anak ba ay awardees or with honors. So, pero bago po yun ninyo malalaman, of course, I am going to explain the grading system, assessment, and award system. So bago ako mag-umpisa, Ma'am Jessa, okay, so pakitingnan na lang po yung slide na being globally competitive. So usually, especially newcomers, grade 11, every morning po magre-recite po tayo ng vision statement na kung saan ito po ay lagi pong nakapaloob sa ating vision statement that the SBCA will transform students to be globally competitive. So ano po yung rationale of being globally competitive? Global competitiveness is defined as a set of skills that helps someone be a productive member of their community and the world. Moms, next. Equips students with specific hard skills to compete in a global job market is important while cultivating their abilities to effectively share ideas and communicate across cultures in appropriate and respectful ways. So the K-12 education program uses standards and competency-based grading system. These are found in the DepEd provided in the curriculum guides. The minimum grade needed to pass a specific learning area is 60, which is transmuted to 75% or 75 on the report card. So mga magulang, gusto ba natin na makakakita tayo ng grade na 60? Okay, syempre hindi. Okay. So paano po namin kino-compute ang grade? Yes, ma'am? Okay, for the senior high school, you still have, ma'am, junior high school? Okay, sa junior high school, go back to written works, ma'am. Okay. So sa written works po, paano po? May tatlong component. We have written works, performance task, and quarterly assessment. Okay, bawat asignatura or different subject discipline, may iba't ibang percentage po or iba't ibang bahagdan. Okay, English, AP, ESP, and Filipino, 30% ang written work, performance task is 50%, quarterly assessment, 20%. Okay, for the science and math, written work, 40%, performance task, 40%, and quarterly assessment, 20%. Okay, for the MAPE, EPP, and TLE, written work, 20%, performance task, 60%. Tingnan po ninyo mga magulang, mataas po yung performance task pagdating sa MAPE, EPP, and TLE. And then quarterly assessment, which is 20%. Okay, for the senior high school. Okay, so depende po sa academic track na kukunin nila. Okay, so yan po, all subjects. So, binibigyan po sila ng grade. So, work immersion, research, business enterprise, simulation, exhibits, and performance. Okay, same, iba po yung kanilang percentage when you are going to compare to junior high school. Sa senior high school, ang written works nila, okay, sa different subject core, okay, we have 25%, 25%, 35%, and 20%. So, 4 na component po yung kanilang sa percentage po. Performance task, 50, 45. Okay, so depende po doon sa kanilang immersion, which is 40 and 60. Then quarterly assessment, They have also 25, 30, 25, 20, depending on the subject discipline. Okay, ano po yung nakapaloob sa written works? Quizzes, homework, and seat work. Pakitingnan na lang po yung sample, no, kung paano kinocompute ng teacher ang written works. So, next, PT. Okay, PT stands for performance task. Okay, ano po yung nakapaloob? Projects, research outputs, performance standard outputs, oral recitation, and group presentations. Okay, yan din po yung sample, paano po kinukuha ng teacher yung grade sa performance task. Okay, we have QA. So, dinivide ito sa dalawa. We have the preliminary exam or periodical exam. Sometimes maririnig niyo po sa mga anak ninyo, ay prelim exam na namin and then quarter exam. Then the sample, depende po sa items na ibibigay ng teacher. Okay, yun po yung, ang weight ay 20% sa quarterly assessment. Okay. How to get the quarterly grade? So every quarter, we are going to compute. There are 4 quarters in one academic year. The sum of the weighted scores in each component is the initial grade. This initial grade will be transmuted using transmutation table set by the DepEd to get the quarterly grade. So mayroon kaming transmutation table na sinusundan. Okay, sample. Okay, pretending yung written work niya is 29, PT niya is 45, and then QA niya is 18.33. The initial grade is 92.33, and then yun po yung transmuted grade, and then the final grade is 95. Issuance of report cards, ito na, yung pagbigayan ng card. Report cards are issued 2 weeks after quarterly examination of each grading period. Report cards should be inspected and signed by the parent or legal guardian and should be returned to the class advisor within 2 school days. So as early as today, parents, we are appealing na sana po kapag issuance ng card, bigyan niyo po ng time ang inyong mga anak. Kasi lagi po namin nararanasan, after 1 week, hindi pa po nakapunta yung magulang. So hindi niya po alam kung ano yung performance ng kanyang anak. So as much as possible po, kapag may PTC o may parent-teachers conference, bigyan niyo po ng time or bigyan niyo ng halaga para at least alam niyo kung kailangan po ba nila ng enrichment. Okay. Next. So Academic Excellence Award. So when it comes to academic excellence, ito na po yung sinasabi ko, by June or by every quarter. So nagbibigay din po kami ng academic excellence every quarter. Is given to learners from grades 1 to 10, no, have attained an average of at least 90 and have passed all the learning areas and with no grade lower than 80. And in any learning area. Okay, so the general weighted average or the GWA is reported as a whole number following DepEd Order number 8, Series 2015. Okay, for the Academic Excellence Award, okay, this is per quarter, no? The description. So for pretending sa first quarter description niya, ang nakuha niyang grade is 98 to 100, the description is with highest honors. Then 95 to 97, okay, we have with high honors, and then 90 to 94 with honors. Okay. So by the end of the school year, June time, either June or May, depende po. Okay, so St. Bernadette College of Alabang bases its awards policy in the context of its philosophy, vision, and mission as a private educational institution, consistent with the aforementioned DepEd guidelines. The school gives the following year-end awards. Okay, St. Bernadette Award. So binibigay lang ito tuwing and year-end at binibigay lang ito sa graduating students. So this is the highest award that the institution can give to the student. Okay, we have another Gertrudis Vigo Carlos Leadership Award, then Academic Excellence Award, no, aside from year end. So we are going to total from first to fourth, and then aside from that, we have also quarterly academic excellence. Then we have Special Recognition Award. So depende po sa subject area. Halimbawa, nagsastand out siya sa science, sa English, or math, so mayroon special recognition. Then Persevering Student of the Year, ito po siya yung estudyante na kung saan siya po yung pinaka tail end ng with honors. Okay. So, if you have questions regarding our grading system, okay, so you have to, for clarification, you may refer to the student handbook. So pwede niyo pong basahin as what Mr. Esconia said a while ago, that we have still a digital handbook. Okay, thank you po at maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Baloyo.
You know, Teacher Karin, even DepEd admits that the shifting of face-to-face classes would entail various adjustments on the part of the learner to the teaching environment, learning modality, and even how to manage mixed feelings or difficulties. This is why our SBCA Guidance and Counseling Office is ready with our school's support programs that can promote and protect the mental and social well-being of our Bernardicians. To give us a peek at these guidance services, we give you our very friendly and supportive guidance counselor, Mrs. Annabel Pelayo. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you po. Okay, good afternoon to each and everyone po. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And to all parents, old and new, welcome po to St. Bernadette College of Alabang. And thank you for choosing our school. So, for guidance and services po, hindi ko na po siya hahabaan, bilisan na po natin, no? So, we have services like promotion. So, ano po ba ibig sabihin ng promotion? In order for the pupil student to be promoted to the next higher level, no failure in the final ranking is required. So given naman po yun kahit saan naman po tayong school magpunta, na hindi po tayo dapat magkakaroon ng failing marks na po. Especially po sa high school and senior high school, medyo critical po ang situation natin pag nagkaroon po tayo ng failing marks. Example po, sa junior high school, pagka po tayo merong failing marks na lumagpas ng at least 2 subjects, automatic po yun. Hindi po kayo mapropromote sa next level, but you need to take a summer classes. And then sa senior high school naman po, especially to those under po ng grantee, no? Pag sinabi pong grantee, ibig po sabihin, lalo-lalo na po galing po tayo ng public school, di ba po wala tayong tuition fee. So iulitin ko lang po na medyo dapat po maging supportive tayo and alalay tayo sa mga anak natin. Kasi once po na magkaroon ng failing grades ang inyong mga anak, first semester and second semester, tapos student grantee po kayo, you have to pay for your own summer class or remedial class po. Hindi po sakop ng GASPE or ng inyong subsidy. So kaya po parents, please po, pakialalayan po yung mga anak natin, especially sa mga senior high school po na talaga namang wag tayong umabot kasi imagine po, per subject po ang bayad nun. Pag summer po, more or less nasa 4,000 po. Imagine kung magbabagsak po sila ng 3 or 4 na subject, instead na nakatipid po tayo, you have to pay po for your own para sa inyong remedial classes po. So make sure po na sana wag tayong umabot sa ganun situation. Meron naman po tayong mga remediation. Okay po.
Tayo po gumagawa po tayo ng intervention, pwede hindi na umabot sa mag-summer gastos,
Okay, just a reminder lang naman po yun. Pero we have here some intervention po na binibigay. Meron po tayong tinatawag na C, or Student Enrichment Encounters. It is an intervention program for students with learning difficulties. No po? So, what is the rationale of this program? C is the acronym for strategic approach that helps students follow up a lesson or competency that they cannot follow through a series of teacher-assisted face-to-face or online encounters using enrichment exercises that are hoped to ease learning difficulties of students, no? Yes po. So may oras po na binibigay sa mga bata, no, na para lumapit sa mga teachers or advisor. Yes po, pag need po talaga ng estudyante natin, yun po yung isa sa mga pwede nating gawin para matulungan sila. So an intervention is a strategy used to teach a new skill, build fluency in a skill, or encourage a child to apply an existing skills to new situations or settings, no? So an intervention has a specific formal steps. It's also tracked to measure your students' progress. Next slide, teacher. Enrichment and remediation for junior high school. A student? Yes po, ito na ang sagot doon. A student failing in subjects composed of 2 units will be put on academic probation the following year and will be due for recommendation for summer enrichment class, enrollment, and remedial classes for senior high school. It's required for the subsequent summer term to be promoted. Failing in 3 units or more, regardless of the number of subject, is retained. Ito pong 3 units na to, applicable po ito sa junior high school. Dahil yung sa senior high school po, makaka-move forward pero hindi po makikredit. So need pa rin pong balikan ng estudyante. And at the same time, pag umakit po sila ng grade 12, instead na matapos po, or let's say mabawasan yung subjects nila, kung meron silang mga failing grades, or failing marks ng grade 11 at hindi nila kinuha for remedial, hindi po sila makakukonsidered as graduate or sabihin natin completed yung requirements nila based from the DepEd. Okay, another services of guidance is the counseling. Counseling aim is at helping the student discover and develop his or her abilities, interests, as well as potential in the area of personal and academic management. It aims to help the student become aware of his or her strength as she fully develops them and improve on weaknesses to be empowered to the best person they can be. So pag sinabi pong counseling, pag pinatawag ko po sa guidance office ang estudyante, hindi po ibig sabihin may kasalanan siya or may ginawa siyang pagkakamali. Kasi minsan ng orientation kasi ng mga bata, pag sinabing guidance, natatakot dahil parang ginagawa kami mga pulis, pero hindi po. So, nandyan po kami sa guidance office para tulungan po ang inyong mga estudyante. Not only the students, even mga parents po. No, wala po kaming boundaries between parents and students pagdating po sa counseling. No? So, yun pang isa sa pinaka-importante, ang communication po between the parents, teachers, and administration. Especially po kung meron kayong na-observe na problema sa inyong mga anak, mapa-academic man po yan or mapa-behavior. So we have to know po para at least sabay po natin mapagtulungan or ma-assist yung mga estudyante natin or yung mga anak niyo po. Okay, next, group and homeroom guidance. This is a program that is intended to support personal development among learners through symposiums, seminars, and workshops. So since meron na po akong partner sa guidance, nandiyan na po si Ma'am Dizon, ang ating character formation. So we will try our best na this school year mabigay namin, madagdagan pa or let's say mabigay namin yung needs ng mga bata, especially sa formation ng kanilang personality and self. No? We have also the testing and evaluation assessment. Learners are required to take scheduled national tests and assessments given by the Department of Education and the chosen tied-up student assessment group. So ito po, before pandemic po, ang school po is lagi po tayong kasali sa NAT exam, NCAI, achievement test po. Pero nung nag-pandemic po kasi, natigil po tayo sa hindi po tayo sinasama ng public school kasi kumbaga random selection lang po ang nangyayari. Pero this year po, as per DepEd, nag-i-start na po ulit tayo na mag-participate sa mga national assessment examination. Usually pong kasama doon, grade 6, grade 10, and grade 12. 9, 10, and 12. So expect nyo na po this coming year, meron po kayong mga marireceive na notification from our school, from the guidance na meron mga national exam po na gagawin ng mga estudyante natin. So ayun po, another enrichment and intervention. The office designs and conducts enrichment and intervention programs to enhance the students' normal growth and development process and to improve the quality of life experienced by student with special needs. Pag sinabi pong special needs, so yun po yung kailangan ng assistance ng mga estudyante natin, lalo pag nahihirapan sila sa academics nila. Ano po, hindi po natin sila pwedeng pabayaan. So dapat po laging partner po ang school and parents, plus communication po ang lagi nating iisipin or lagi nating magiging reason po. Next, information. Education career as well as personal social information. Materials are made available for the student to gain a realistic view of herself. So, syempre po, marami po tayong natatanggap ng mga informations, no? Pagka once na applicable naman po sa mga estudyante natin, hindi po pwedeng hindi namin i-relay sa mga bata. Mapa-elementary man po yan, mapa-senior high school, or mapa-junior high school. Consultation, aside from counseling, consultation is also available. Administration, faculty, and parents in order to maximize student progress. So, consultation po pinaka-importante. Especially po pag card giving and card viewing. So, hanggat maaari po, pag may schedule po tayo ng parent conference, lalo na pagbigay ng card, sana po wag po natin hindi puntahan. Kasi importante po dahil that's the only time para maka-heart-to-heart talk nyo po ang advisor. Plus, ma-follow up nyo po sa mga teachers nila kung ano po ang problema or kung meron tayong dapat harapin sa mga anak natin, especially sa academics. Not only in academics, even sa behavior po. So, yun nga, uulit-ulitin ko po, communication po ang lagi nating key. Career development and placement. This program will provide instruction and related activities referring to a life role readiness, sustain linkages and various local and national companies, agencies to be able to get information related to learners' need. So when it comes to career development and placement, example po, this coming advanced notification po para sa mga parents na po. This coming September 22, please mark your calendar. Magkakaroon po ng career orientation ng ating grade 12 under the sponsorship po ng DOLE, ng Peso Muntinlupa Government Office. So, September 22, morning session po. Lahat po ng grade 12 is required to attend and join the seminar. So, yun po. And then, pag may mga upcoming activities po, we will make sure naman na ino-notify po namin kayo. If ever na yung mga anak niyo kasali or need mag-participate. Okay, teacher? Okay, our next program, ito po, part po to ng kanilang First Friday activity. So, isa po to sa program na dapat nilang pasukan na po, yung mentoring program. What is mentoring program? What is the mission of mentoring? Our mission is to guide the child holistically to reach his or her full potential, and our vision is to create a happy child. So each students po will be given a mentor. So every first Friday po, si mentor, i-call niya or meron silang Google Classroom, or let's say meron silang isang area dito lang po sa loob ng campus, and then that's the time na magmi-meet po sila. And may mga part po na may mga session po sila na one-on-one sila. Teacher? So, during mentoring or chat with mentees should be done twice per quarter for at least 15 minutes, no? Number 2, once a quarter, mentors will chat the parents of their mentees with maximum of 15 minutes. And during the mentoring or chat session, Mentees and parents topic shall be aligned with mentoring mission and vision. So during mentoring po, wag po kayo mag-alala at hindi naman po ito pagmamarete sa mga buhay ng mga estudyante natin na po. So ang importante po is yung ating naka-align naman po siya sa ating mission and vision. Though meron kami mga experience minsan through mentoring, dun din namin na-identify or nakikita na meron din mga estudyante na talagang need ng attention from their parents. So, importante rin po yung mentoring, no? Number 4, all chat session should be treated strictly confidential and shall not be disclosed to anyone. And mentoring or chat should be done one-on-one. Conversation shall be done in a private, open, secluded area within the SBCA campus and preferably at least 2 to 3 feet distance between mentor and mentees. Okay, for further information and clarification, guidance services, you may refer all to our student handbook. So within, ito po, pagdating ng pasukan, makaka-receive po kayo ng student handbook. So please lang po yung student handbook po. Yan po yung importanteng libro, isa sa mga importanteng libro ng bata at ng parents. Para just in case, alam niyo po yung mga school policy and program and then yung mga sanctions po. And plus, pag meron tayong na-encounter ng mga problem or conflict, pwede po tayong mag-rely sa student handbook. And for the last, yun lang po, pinakabilin ko lang po, hanggat maaari po, wag po tayo magsasara ng ating pinto sa school. Kumbaga sa yung communication po, yun po ang pinaka-key natin para sa ikakaganda at ikakaunlad ng mga estudyante po natin. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you, Ma'am Beng. Again, our guidance coordinator is not only here to help students with their academic struggles, but also to listen, understand, and provide a safe space for students to express their concern.
Yes po. Parents and guardians, we are very proud to say that SBCA is a GATSPE ESC certified school. So, importante po na alam ninyo ang tungkol sa ESC or Educational Service Contracting. With that, panoorin po natin ang video.
Was based or was derived from a law, a Republic Act 8545. Sige, dahil wala pong sound. Okay. Total, ako rin naman Okay, ito pong explainer video para mandato po ng DepEd na alam po ninyo ang GATSPE law. Ito po ay base sa batas. Okay, can we help po, Teacher Jessa? Wala po tayong sound ng video. Kaya, wala na rin? Okay, hindi na po kaya. Can you forward na lang po? Sige po. Ito po ay, ang GATSPE law po ay applicable for
mahagi quality education so that it could maintain the viability of private education as a key partner in the delivery of quality basic education. What assistance does GATSPE cover? So ayon po sa GATSPE law, ito ay basically pamamaraan ng gobyerno para matulungan na maipamahagi ang quality education sa ating mga mag-aaral kahit pa hindi sila makatuloy sa public school at sila ay kailangan mag-enroll sa private schools. So kaya po ito ay magandang assistance buhat sa gobyerno. So what assistance does it cover? Dalawang magandang assistance ang binibigyan ng gobyerno sa inyong mga mag-aaral. Ito po ay ang ESC at ang SHSBP. The ESC na aking i-highlight sa orientation na ito ay tinatawag na Educational Service Contracting. Samantalang ang SHSVP ay ang tinatawag nilang Senior High School Voucher Program. What exactly are these ESC and SHSVP GASPE assistance? Well, basically, sila po ay financial assistance. Meaning to say, ito po ay mga grants na pwedeng maibigay sa mga deserving na mag-aaral, lalong-lalo na po sa junior high school at senior high school. Since ang orientation nito po ay tututok lamang sa junior high school, ang aking pong presentation ay iinog sa paano ma-avail ang ESC. Pero una sa lahat, gusto ko ring banggitin na may tatlong pangunahing dahilan bakit po naisabatas at talagang ini-enforce ang batas na ito, no? Ang GATSPE. Unang-una po, ito po ay paraan para matulungan ng gobyerno ang lahat ng mag-aaral, no, na magkaroon ng access to private education. Hindi naman po lingid sa kaalaman nating lahat na maraming mag-aaral at marami din sa kanila ang gustong makapag-aral at makapagtapos sa mga pribadong paaralan. Ang GATSPE ay isang batas na tumutulong, no, para maitawid ang private education ng mga batang pumipili, no, at naghahangad na makapagtapos sa mga private educational institutions. Ito rin po ang nagsisilbing pamamaraan ng gobyerno para lalong mai-enforce ang tinatawag nilang PPP or ang Public-Private Partnership. Isang programa na naglalayon na mapakita ang cooperative at developmental partnership ng mga pribado at pampublikong organisasyon. Another reason why GATSPE law is being administered or being implemented is that this is one way for DepEd to help decongest the public schools. Alam naman po natin na marami pong mga estudyante, ang kanilang population ay di hamak na malaki kumpara sa mga pribadong paaralan gaya ng St. Bernadette College of Alabang. So ang gobyerno ay nakikita ng gobyerno na ang paraan para ito ay makatulong at imbis na lalong dumami, no, at ma-displace itong mga kabataang ito, makakatulong ang mga pribadong paaralan, no, na maging kanlungan kumbaga ng mga batang ito, no, at magiging malalighten ang kanilang espasyo sa public schools. And also, ang kagandahan na meron tayong GATSPE ay napopromote po ang quality assurance, no? Sa pamamagitan ng batas na ito, nasisigurado natin na ang ating mga guro, ang curriculum at ang instruction na naibibigay sa mga kabataan ay naaayon sa standards ng Department of Education. So, sa madaling salita, ang GATSPE or ang particular na ESC ay isang pamamaraan ng gobyerno para maka-reach out po sa mga mag-aaral na pumapasok po at gusto mag-aral at makapagtapos sa private schools. So in this way, in this regard, the law is enforced by the Department of Education. And may isang komite o isang organization na nangangalaga nito at para maging co-implementer ng batas. Ito po ay ang Private Education Assistance Committee. Also, naririnig po natin na ito ay ang PEAC. So, PEAC is actually the only body, no, the official body, no, um, uh, really delegated by the DepEd, no, to implement, to coordinate, no, and administer, monitor, certify that the GASP law is being applied to all these private schools, no, na nagpa-participate ng GASP or nagpa-participate sa ESC or sa SHSBP. We are very proud to say that St. Bernadette College of Alabang is an ESC participating school. So sa maliit na pamamaraan, kami po ay nakikiisa din sa gobyerno na ang GATSPE law is being also rendered to our students, lalong-lalo po yung mga deserving na mga bata to avail the ESC. So remember, ito ay isang bagay na makaka-capitalize tayong lahat, lalo kayong mga magulang, no, in this government assistance. It's basically a subsidy. Ito po yung lagi namin binabanggit na government subsidy na pwede po ninyong ma-avail. Now, I'm sure magtatanong, ano po ba ang ESC participating school? Tandaan po that not all private schools in the Philippines are automatic ESC participating school. Ang PEAC is tasked to identify, ang PEAC lang po nakakaalam, na maka-identify at maka-declare kung sino itong mga participating schools na to. Sila po ang nagmo-monitor at nagsicertify. Tayo po ay namomonitor din at pinangalagaan din ng PEAC. So SBCA is an ESC participating school. Students who are qualified recipients of this government subsidy can enroll at SBCA and avail of the grant. So who are eligible ESC grantees? Ito po ay mga deserving grade 6 graduates, no? Pagkatapos po ng elementarya who wish to pursue junior high school at gusto po mag-enroll sa St. Bernadette, no? Or any private school. Yung nga lang po, may limit po ito, no? Ito pong subsidiya na to kasi ito po ay may slot mechanism. They come in limited number lang po. So, it's usually on first come, first serve basis. So basically, the grant is equivalent to 13,000 pesos, no? Na na-avail yung starting grade 7 ng isang bata pag nag-i-enroll po siya sa private school. Ito pong 13,000 pesos ay dinideduct na po from the tuition upon enrollment. Now, this grant will be continued until the learner, okay, completes junior high school. So nadadala po niya yung grant na yon, no, yung subsidiya na yon, as soon as he completes, no, up to the time he completes junior high school, no. Now, ano pong mangyayari pag in-enroll ko ang anak ko sa St. Bernadette College of Alabang at nag-transfer, no, from another school, no, at gusto kong enroll St. Bernadette College of Alabang. The student who transfers to SBCA from another ESC participating school in the next school year can still avail of ESC until he completes junior high school. Yun pa rin po. For as long as ang pinanggalingan niyang school ay ESC participating din, gaya na St. Bernadette, pwede niya pong i-avail yan dito. So the student just needs to submit to SBCA his ESC certification issued by the previous school. So pwede po itong mai-process ng ating opisina, okay, para ito ay ma-avail pa ng inyong anak. Now, alam ko marami po kayong tanong at marami pa sigurong gustong concerns about how to avail the ESC. For assistance or for queries, you may contact the Assistant Registrar at 0288422139 or you can email us at registrar@sbca.edu.ph. I hope nakadagdag po ako ng impormasyon
Alright.
sa inyo.
This time naman po to explain about senior high school voucher, may we give you once more our senior high school team leader, Miss Renilyn May Baldo.
Ayan po. So, good afternoon po ulit. So, this time, I'll discuss the voucher program. The Senior High School Voucher Program. Why? Kasi ito po ay one of the requirements ni PEAC. Okay? To inform the students who are beneficiaries of the voucher program. Okay, so sino po yung mga beneficiaries of the voucher program? So we have category until A up to F. So the category A, sila yung mga grade 10 completers from public school. So sige nga po, taas po dito ang kamay ng inyo pong anak ay graduate sa public school. Ayan. So kayo po ay category A. Maraming salamat po. So basically, lahat po ng category A, kayo po ay automatic na qualified for the Senior High School Voucher Program. Okay? Next naman po, ang category B, sila naman po yung ESC grantee, grade 10 completer. Sila po yung mga nagtapos sa private school na ESC grantee. Taas naman po ang kamay ng galing private school na ESC grantee. Ayun, meron po tayo. So, category B, so basically, automatic din po na qualified for the Senior High School Voucher Program. Now, yung category letter C and D, sila naman yung mga grade 10 completers from private school na hindi ESC grantee at sila din yung grade 10 completers na graduate ng hindi ngayong taon. So, ibig sabihin, sila yung nag-stop at bumalik sa pag-aaral. So, sila po yung category C and D. So, basically po, sila po yung mga estudyante na dapat mag-apply for the voucher program. So, paano po mag-apply? You can actually approach me and the registrar. Magbibigay po kami ng link para po kayo makapag-apply for the voucher program. Next naman po, the category E. So the category E, sila naman po yung mga learners na nag-exam sa ALS. Of course, the category E and the category F, which is the learners na nag-exam ng PEP or placement test po yan for the grade 10. Sila po yung need din mag-apply just like the category C and D. Okay po? Yes po, actually sa category C, D, E until F, totoo po yung sinasabi po ng principal namin, the PEAC, ang nagbibigay po ng deadline. So kami po ay sumusunod lamang sa alintuntunin ng PEAC. Okay po? Yes po. Now, sino po yung mga the qualified voucher recipients? Of course, the category A and B are already considered qualified voucher recipients. So QVR po ang term natin sa category AB. Sila po yung grade 10 completers this year. Yeah, hindi na sila mag-a-apply. Automatic. Unlike the category C, D, E, and F, they have to apply and we have to wait for the confirmation from the PEAC. Okay po? Next naman, sino po yung ineligible for Senior High School Voucher Program? So sila yung mga graduate year 2015 and later on. Sila po yun. Next one, non-Filipino students. Incoming grade 12 students who were not part of the voucher program in grade 11. Okay po? Next po tayo. Ayan, so what is the amount, okay, na binibigay or subsidy from PEAC or from our government? So dahil tayo po ay part of the NCR, ito po siya. So categories A, E, and F, the voucher amount po ay 22,500 and then sa categories B, C, D, sila naman po yung 18,000. So hindi nyo po yan makukuha kasi po yan ay direct na po sa account po ng school. Okay po. We have list lamang po ng mga beneficiaries of the voucher program. So, yung listahan po, kami po ang nagkikip niyan, the registrar, together with the senior high school team leader po. So, yun po. Next po tayo. Now, ano po yung mga terms of the senior high school voucher program? The voucher program beneficiary will lose the subsidy if the following, ito po yung instances na ginawa or nangyari po sa inyo. Number 1, mawawala sa iyo ang voucher program kapag nag-drop out ka in the middle of the school year. Kaya mommies, daddies, and guardians, please help us na wala pong mag-drop in the middle of the school year unless po mawawala po yung voucher. Sayang po. Okay po? Pangalawa, does not re-enroll the next school year. Kaya congratulations po dun sa mga grade 12 na voucher beneficiary na nakapag-enroll. Hindi po mawawala sa inyo ang subsidy. Meron pa din po kayo. Next one, fails to be promoted in the next grade level. Bakit po? Madaming bagsak. Okay? Kaya po, students, please, i-avoid natin this year ang maraming bagsak na subject. Hanggat makaya, hanggat maaari, wala tayong ibabagsak na subject this year. Next one, transfer to a different voucher program participating senior high school within the school year. So, ibig sabihin po, for example, natapos na ang first sem, lilipat ako ng ibang school na voucher program participating school din. Wala na po kayong subsidy. Dapat po, tapusin nyo ang buong school year if you are wishing. Pero syempre po, kung dito po kayo na grade 11, ituloy na po natin hanggang grade 12. Okay po? And last one, you transfer to a DepEd senior high school. Okay po? Next. So if the VPB has dropped out due to illness and other valid reason, they must submit all relevant documents to the PEAC National Secretariat. So the documents to be submitted are to support their claim for illness, a medical certificate issued by a licensed medical doctor. So yan lang po yung i-allow ni PEAC. Magpapasa po tayo ng document para ma-prove at hindi nyo po malose yung subsidy po ninyo. And last one po, the transferring of the voucher program po beneficiaries are allowed. Okay? Who wish to retain their voucher subsidy may transfer, number 1, only to another non-DepEd senior high school. Yan po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. After, for example, after ng grade 11, lilipat po kayo para ma-retain yung subsidy. Dapat din po sa same na VP participating school under PEAC po. Pangalawa, only at the end of the school year. Kaya po mas maganda, tapusin po natin ang buong school year. Okay? Kung sinimulan po natin, tapusin po natin mga students. I hope naririnig nyo po ako. And I believe yun ang last slide. So yun lamang po at maraming salamat.
Thank you, Ma'am Rene. We hope that this orientation for new and old students with their parents and guardians will serve as your guide to a successful school year, Bernadicians. We would like to remind everyone that after the singing of SBCA hymn, we shall be proceeding to a short breakout team session per department for more reminders from your respective grade level teams.
Yes po, and I know you have questions po, parents and guardians, but we will be entertaining those questions in the breakout team sessions po. Thank you. And also, another reminder for all of you that will help us gather your valuable feedback and insights. We kindly ask you to scan the QR code na nasa classroom po. By the way, ang junior high school po ay pupunta sa grade 11 vigilance classroom, while senior high school will remain at the quadrangle po. Ayan. So again, as I was saying earlier, may QR code po tayo, inyo pong isa-scan para makapag-evaluate po. Please take time out po na mag-answer po dun sa Google Form. Thank you po.
Magkita-kita po tayo sa darating na Miyerkules, August 30 para sa unang araw ng pasukan. Ihanda po natin ang ating mga sarili sa pagbabalik ng eskwela.
We look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday, Bernadicians. Please all rise as we all sing the St. Bernadette College of Alabang hymn. Maraming salamat and God bless everyone. Again po, magkita-kita po tayo, Junior High School and Senior High School on Wednesday, August 30. Maraming salamat po. Senior High School, please remain po at the quadrangle. Junior High School doon po.
Okay po, parents, guardians, punta na po kayo sa mga assigned breakout rooms. Ito po hindi naman po magtatagal. Magkaroon lang kayo ng moment with the advisors, meet and greet with the advisors. Kung meron din po kayong tanong, pwede po nating i-share, itanong sa kanilang mga team leaders. Junior high school, papasok po tayo dyan sa room ng grade 11. Como malaki po ang grade 11, ang senior high school attendees, malaki po ang numero nyo, dito na lamang po sa ating quadrangle. Maraming salamat. Team leaders, kindly take charge po. Ma'am Beng requesting to also be present dito po sa senior high school. Thank you very much. Team leaders, teachers, and advisors. Sige po.